The Pegasus Sports Network is proud to present Oldham County football in the 2019 6A playoffs. Tonight's Pegasus Sports Network coverage of the Colonels in the postseason is brought to you by C&W Automotives in Crestwood, by Baptist Health in LaGrange, bringing quality health care close to you, by www.buyhappyfeet.com. Happy Feet, it's like walking on pillows. By the Comfort Patrol. The Comfort Patrol has all the answers you need for your heating, cooling, and HVAC needs. Give them a call today at 551-2044. By Kentucky Farm Bureau. Big on commitment. By Mountjoy Chilton and Medley, the largest locally owned CPA firm in North Central Kentucky. By Foundations Dentistry, with 2 convenient locations in St. Matthews and Middletown. Let our family serve yours. By Crestwood Chiropractic. Find out why Dr. Rodney Brown has been voted the best chiropractor in Oldham County for 2 years running. By Office Max. Your success is our business at Office Max. By BluegrassPreps.com, your one-stop shop for everything you want to know about Kentucky high school sports. And by CareSource, insurance with heart. Now let's go high above the stadium at Bell Field in Buckner, Kentucky, Oldham County High School, and the 6A football playoffs on the Pegasus Sports Network. And good evening, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast here as we are better late than never. A few minutes late getting on the air here tonight. We've had some fun trying to get a couple of broadcasts going, both here at Oldham County High School and at South Oldham High School. For those of you who are looking for the South Oldham game, I know it's the page is a little hard to see every now and then. The South Oldham game is being broadcast right now. Ed Howard and Roger France bringing you live coverage of the Dragons against the Atherton Rebels. To get to that game, if you wound up on this one by mistake, just scroll down the screen just a little bit. You'll see the little Pegasus icon. It's the South Oldham versus Atherton. Double click on that, and you can catch up with everything going on in Crestwood. Here in Buckner tonight, I'm Mike Montgomery along with Joe Gamsky, who I'm really glad to be working with
Hey,
here
Mike.
tonight.
How are you?
And Joe, welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It's a different angle from up here in the booth, so we'll see how the game goes.
Joe Gamsky, a longtime Oldham Countyan, of course, an athlete in his own right, played football and basketball at South Oldham High School, went on to a football career down at Murray State University, a linebacker down there for the Racers, came back, has been an assistant coach at South Oldham, now the head man now at North Oldham. And Joe, I know you'd rather be coaching on the sideline tonight. But you know something, from a selfish standpoint, I'm glad you're up here with me. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I think it's going to be a fun night. Should be a good game. So looking forward to making my broadcasting debut this evening.
Well, we'll just call you John Madden. Go from there. How's that
I'll throw
sound?
some booms out there every now and then.
There we go. We're going to be talking about these two teams. Bryan Station, I don't think you can see them right now on your screen, off to our left from Lexington, Kentucky. One of the, maybe the first time these two teams have ever played. I went as far back as I could. I have not found a matchup between these two schools, but of course both have been around a long time. So maybe sometime way back in the past decades they have. But needless to say, it's been a long time. Oldham County here on your screen right now, getting ready to warm up. We're about 19 minutes away from kickoff. So we're going to move right on ahead here with our pregame show, brought to you by C&W Automotives. We'll be back. We'll be talking to Coach Mike Fox in just a moment.
Baptist Health Crestwood on Kentucky 329 is conveniently located approximately 1 mile from I-71. Baptist Health Crestwood offers outpatient physical therapy and diagnostic imaging services, including x-rays, CAT scans, digital mammography, and DXA bone density scanning. The facility also houses the offices of Baptist Medical Associates Crestwood. For more information, visit baptistcrestwood.com.
C&W Automotives wants to keep you moving toward the finish line with our free 21-point inspection. C&W Automotives has trained technicians providing full-service care for all makes and models. C&W Automotives, 6701 West Highway 22 in Crestwood. A proud sponsor of the Pegasus Sports Network is Mountjoy Chilton Medley Certified Public Accountants, the largest locally based accounting firm in Kentucky and southern Indiana, offering a full range of accounting, audit, tax planning, and advisory services for businesses and individuals. Employing nearly 120 CPAs, Mountjoy Chilton Medley provides highly specialized services that can help you achieve your personal and business goals. For a complete list of services and more, on the web at mcpA.com. Mountjoy Chilton and Medley, 502-749-1900.
Hey folks, Andy Carrick here. Just wanted to take a moment to tell you about Comfort Patrol and Armstrong Air Heating and Air Systems. They deliver greater warmth and efficiency through the latest technological advancements, and that's an important benefit to you and your home. Who's standing behind the HVAC system you chose for your home? It better be more than someone just telling you that you need to replace it. You need the advice of a trained professional, backed by a company with superior comfort products and industry-leading warranties. And that's what you'll get from Comfort Patrol Heating and Air and Armstrong Air. With a 10-year warranty on parts, 2 years on labor, plus a 10-year no-limit guarantee. It's all about quality and affordability at Comfort Patrol. Call Eric Tilton today at 502-551-2044 for a free quote. Now through October, get your system cleaned and performance checked for only $60. At Comfort Patrol, we have the right answers to your home's heating and cooling questions. Check us out today at www.thecomfortpatrol.com.
A wise man once said, "The secret to happiness is comfortable shoes." Well, I don't know about that, but I do know one thing. I'm a happy man when my feet are feeling good. And that's the idea behind Happy Feet, the world's most comfortable slippers. It's like walking on pillows. Owned and operated right here in Kentucky, Happy Feet has the coolest, the warmest, the most comfortable slippers around. College basketball fans will love the UK and U of L slippers. They look just like sneakers. Animal lovers will adore Animal Feet, a line of cushy slippers that look like every animal you can think of. There's even a dinosaur for the kids. Check them all out now at www.buyhappyfeet.com. That's www.buyhappyfeet.com and give the gift of Happy Feet. Happy Feet. It's like walking on pillows.
Mad caution. I got mad turkeys and mad stalkers. I got mad turkeys and mad stalkers. Hold on, let me keep my all the money draining my wrist. Put a double G on my kid. Put a double G on your. I'll probably leave you before I leave the lean, look. Don't play with myself. I ain't even around with no stylist. I got too much drip. You know you too much. You got too much here. When she suck me, she got too much here. 4L gang got a whole lot of chopper, look. We'll shoot. Ran up a whole lot of ends, look. Trying not to loot it. Ram stagger. Bad. I'm a bagger. On my face, it's a dagger. Private flights, I'm a jet lagger. We ain't got no standards. Where's your manners? 100 choppers, roll the window down. MC Hammer, mad baller. All my diamonds, mad flawless. We got mad choppers, all my mad cautious. I'm mad baller. All my diamonds, mad flawless. We got mad choppers, all my mad cautious. I'm mad baller. All my diamonds, mad flawless. We got mad choppers, all my mad cautious. I got mad turkeys and mad stalkers. I got mad turkeys and mad stalkers. 21.
If your metro got on chest and all that shit.
top, running out his socks. Talk more than you really be on though. Just fighting France, paint a face like Picasso. I iced out my vatos, I'm really up. Big Beamer, big bands in my Bentley next. Don't play around on my phone. Gimme, watch on my wrist, out of date, but it's Rolex. Grizzly up next, I'm up now, stop your bullet vest.
550, 600 hundreds, 720s, let's get straight to it. 810s with that 8 bands, hit the store and get some rubber bands, let's get straight to it. Everybody come together, everybody got the plan, he came with you, so if he steal it, fall on you, we on your way. Hey, your mans, call his mans, make sure they ain't moving fast. Soon as they touch Atlanta, get with both security bag.
Oh, A-bag security, that's on my mama, bro. A's in love, she right there, Yokohama, bro. Made that double, got a Uzi on, scuffle, not a banger, with that banger in my glove like an airbag. Only aiming in the sky, call those Air Max. All up in demons, copping like the price tag. I'm ballin', ain't there, right? In the game that I'm calling, if I need help, I'll dollars on my CK.
You swear your bitch faithful, she sent her location. I hit her at the trap indicator, she basic. Chop with the laser, get decapitated. Ain't smoke, I'm on papers, hold on, this my Jamaica. Love one, want me dead, so I'm steady praying. Ain't no disrespect without retaliation. The hotel, I hit her in the basement, text her later like I'm done with you. I got a situation, baby.
Bro, let me get her then. I'm a dog out the switch room to the lion's den. Been talking down my bro, got more heat than a frying pan. Gucci around my hair, wrapped tight like I'm Taliban.
Like I'm Taliban, how he drop, he go. Lot of dread heads, lot of chopsticks. Touch my yachty, get your top ripped. Don't ask the price if you know you ain't tryna cop.
You the type to look around but never cop. Ay, I'm the type to buy the store, make them restock it. Ay, beam on everything I own, I will not miss. Grizzly by my side like a pilot riding cockpit.
Yachty, I might start rapping for this one reason. If the feds hear this, I'm doing 100 seasons. In the hood, shooting craps in my Yeezys. Put angels on you niggas who be playing like y'all demons.
Middle finger to them hating and faking, they playing on my death. I get a mother's deep. This diamond truck up for some reason, give me pure ventilation. Everywhere living with respect, this collaboration.
We the bust down brothers, check the rollies out. Say you winning one more time, I'm pulling trophies out. No, we out, no sex, all Kobe's out. In other words, I'm with all shooters that'll blow you out.
From the D to the A, put respect on it. If that's your why my got up Sony. I'm from the south, I got diamonds in my teeth. I got fur on my fleece, my new ring can pay your lease.
Chain on my dresser next to my indictment. When they said not guilty, I was so excited. From the A to the D, you heard yachty, rape coming this summer. I'ma have your driving.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Belfield here on the campus of Oldham County High School for tonight's action between Bryan Station and your Oldham County Colonels. This evening's game is the first round of this year's district playoffs. And tonight, as every other night, the KHSAA would like us to read the sportsmanship statement. The National High School Federation and the Kentucky High School Athletic Association require officials to enforce sportsmanship rules. High school athletics emphasize positive values. All of us have worked hard to create a sense of teamwork, respect, responsibility, and perspective. We remind you that we expect good behavior and will quickly penalize misconduct. We encourage and appreciate your help. Let this competition reflect mutual respect among all participants and officials. Good luck and have a great contest. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if I can direct your attention to about the 30-yard line as we see them moving onto the field. Ladies and gentlemen, let's please welcome and recognize our Lady Colonels cross-country team. The members of this team include Chloe Boa, Ella Henage, Grace Wayland, Savannah Cagle, Ashley Terry, Kinsley Bassett, Hannah Henage, Brianna Thornton, Megan O'Leary, and Sammy Friedland. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the Lady Colonel Cross Country Team. Last season, the ladies finished the season by bringing home the school's first state championship in cross country since 1992. This year, they followed up their 2018 state championship by being ranked #1 in the state all season, finishing as the top team in every meet they ran in this year, and finished off the year with a convincing 92-point victory to repeat as the KHSAA state champions. Please stand and give these ladies a round of applause and wish them luck as they prepare for the coming track season. Thank you, ladies, and good luck. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 repeat state champion, Lady Colonels Cross Country. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let me direct your attention to midfield. At this time, we would like to take a minute to recognize a former parent, Jody JoJo Ratliff. Jody passed away this year unexpectedly, and Colonel Nation would like to thank him for all of the time and energy he gave to the school's athletic teams. Jody is survived by his daughter Hannah, son Jacob, parents Robert and Elizabeth. Hannah is on the field, and his parents are also in attendance tonight. JoJo was a dedicated father and went above and beyond to support his family in their athletic endeavors. He was a fixture in the press box and helped prepare the fields, keep stats, film games, and create highlight videos for the coaches and players for many of the athletic teams on campus. There will be a plaque inside the press box where Jody sat to thank him for all of his time and energy to Colonel Athletics. Thank you, JoJo. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, in honor of Jody JoJo Ratliff.
At Kentucky Farm Bureau, we work as hard to protect your stuff as you work to get it. For almost 75 years, over 478,000 Kentucky families and businesses have trusted Kentucky Farm Bureau to help protect what matters most to them. Whether it's auto, homeowners, farm, commercial, boat, health, or life insurance, Kentucky Farm Bureau has what you need to keep you protected. And here in Oldham County, your Kentucky Farm Bureau representative is Steve Jones. An Oldham County resident for over 20 years, Steve is a well-known figure in the local community where his kids went to high school and played sports, and where he is active in the local high school booster club in his community church. Steve's goal is simple: to provide peace of mind to all his clients. Call Steve today at 241-2833 or visit him in person at 6334 Kentucky Highway 146 in Crestwood. Steve Jones and Kentucky Farm Bureau. The folks to know because you never know.
You know, I used to be pro-choice, and then something happened to me. I had a baby of my own. When I was pregnant, I finally realized that all this little kid was trying to do was make it, just like all of us. So I haven't figured it all out yet, but why, when I wanted the baby, it was a baby, and when I didn't, it was something else? Think about it.
A message from Right to Life at KRLA.org.
Hey everyone, I'm Mike Montgomery, and we here at Pegasus Sports would like to give a big thanks to one of our new sponsors, Foundations Family and Implant Dentistry, a full service dental team who strives to meet the needs of your entire family. They have two convenient locations, one on Shelbyville Road in Middletown and the other on Lexington Road in St. Matthews. Check them out online at www.foundationsdentistry.com or give them a call at 502 245 8442. They would like nothing more than to have the opportunity to care for your entire dental needs. And we are back at Oldham County High School along with Joe Gamsky, Mike Montgomery here with you on the Pegasus Sports Network. Time to look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Baptist Health.
For a primary care physician or specialist, the Baptist Health Physician Referral Service can help you find a physician close to you. Call 222-3627 or visit the online physician search at baptisthealthlagrange.com.
Okay, let's take a look at the keys to victory here tonight. As you can see, the captains coming out on the field. And Joe, let's start off with Oldham County. What are the Colonels going to have to do here to win tonight?
Well, their bread and butter is running the football, so they got to be effective doing that. Number one. The second thing they got to do is win the turnover battle. If you do that, you're always in a good chance. Put yourself in a good position to win the game. And they got to limit big plays. Bryan Station's got some athletes. They got some kids that can make something happen. So they got to play sound defense and keep them contained.
For Bryan Station, the defenders, it's really not a huge surprise here. Some of the things they're going to have to do. They've struggled with turnovers this year, Joe. And if you're going to pull an upset on the road in the first round of the playoffs, you got to avoid the turnovers. You need to make some of your own breaks by avoiding the bad breaks. Second of all, field position is going to be critical here tonight. If Oldham County's had a weakness at times this year, it's been the ability to drive the length of the field and complete long plays. If Bryan Station's going to win this one, they gave up 41 points to this Colonel team last time. They've got to make Oldham County go the length of the field. Field position may well be the key for Bryan Station tonight. And then finally, at the end of the day, I think they've got to keep Oldham County guessing. Mike Fox, you didn't get to hear the interview, but one of the things he talked about was how Bryan Station has modified their attack as the season has gone on. He says the films look different now than they did at the beginning of the year or even during preseason scrimmages. It's a very different team. They've got to keep Oldham County guessing.
Yeah, one thing I saw from Bryan Station on film as I was watching them a little bit was, when they were getting in some of their option stuff, they moved the ball in Oldham County the first time. Um, and so I look for them to come to some of that. I'm not sure what Coach Fox has said as far as how much they've adjusted, but I saw them do some things well on film as far as offensively.
Well, Mike actually talked to me about the fact that they, as he said, actually played two different games against Oldham County. Their second half, he said they looked like a different team than the first half schematically.
Yeah, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to win games and put your kids in the right positions. Oldham County's definitely got the numbers in their favor as you see them run on the field here to get ready to start the game. But Bryan Station plays healthy and they possess the ball like you said and not turn it over. They may find themselves in a football game.
Yeah, this Oldham County, like we said, won the earlier matchup 41-28. The Colonels thought they had a chance to really put that one away in the first half. Mike Fox kind of disappointed that they didn't. So it'll be interesting to see what the Colonels do here early in this contest. Oldham County wearing their home blues, white numbers, blue helmets with the Oregon C, or excuse me, what am I saying? C, not a C, it's an O. But your keys to victory have been brought to you by Baptist Health in LaGrange, bringing quality health care close to you. Bryan Station, yellow pants, white jerseys, yellow numbers. I gotta love it. Yellow numbers on white jerseys, and then the solid yellow helmets there. It's going to be fun trying to pick up some of these numbers, Joe.
Yeah, here we go.
Underway here in Buckner as the kick is going to be short. Oldham County will take it at their own 15. Straight up the middle of the field is Parker Caudell, and he'll get it over the 30 to about the 33-yard line, and Oldham County will start in decent field position.
Yep, good job getting down, covering. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to kick the ball too deep tonight. So I imagine you'll see Oldham County scoot their returners up as the night goes on.
Yeah, it was kind of telling there when you saw number 2 up there as an up back. So Oldham County expecting the short kick. And let's see what the Colonels can do with it. They've been fairly successful on opening drives here of late. They come out, 2 wide receivers now both ways as Caudell goes in motion to the left. Young rolls to his right, hit his man, and it drops it at the 41-yard line.
Worst spot, right in the hands. Saw them working on that, all pregame. Like that's their basic route combination. And they probably threw 100 of those in pregame warm up. So they'll come back to that and they'll connect on that. If not this drive, the next one.
Tyler Hall, the intended target there.
I bet they come back and run the football right here. Play action pass. They're spreading them out. You got one back in the backfield, little motion. They're gonna run. They're gonna get back to their inside zone right here.
And the give is to Tapia, who runs it straight ahead for a couple. Brought down there, trying to pick up the number. The tackle was made by number 42. That's Sledge.
Yeah, outside linebacker just didn't get blocked. Again, inside zone. You're trying to get that inside number and got off that block really well. Bryan Station's got some big guys up front. Oldham County's going to have to move them. Again, number wise, we'll see if they try to wear them down here. But third and long, see, I'm looking for another rollout here back to the wide side of the field. I'm looking for a rollout.
3rd down and 8. Colonel send a man in motion with Young in the shotgun, 3 wide to the left side. He rolls that way, looking downfield, fires, has a man. First down, Caudell over the 50 and into Bryan Station territory to the 41-yard line.
Good play.
24 yards on the pass play, and Oldham County has a first down.
Sam Young's really efficient when he's outside the pocket. They've really developed him in that area. You take half the read away, you get all your receivers running to you. Bryan Station just lost the dig route over the middle in coverage.
Yeah, and what's impressive is not just that he does so well from the on the outside there. It's that he does it rolling to his left as a right-handed passer.
Yeah, get your hips around. That's a lot of reps right there. It's a lot of practice to make that throw, but didn't have any pressure in his face. Here we go, outside zone. Was able to get the outside linebacker block this time.
Tapia for 5. 2nd down and 5. We've just gotten started. If you've just joined us, first quarter action, Oldham County and Bryan Station, no score here in Buckner.
Changing personnel, bringing some heavy package in. 2nd down, look for a run up the middle.
Bryce Roche, number 45. They'll bring him in at tight end. Threw a touchdown to him a couple of weeks ago against GRC, and normally a blocking tight end, they'll go his direction here, and they pick up 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, tried to get up and snap it quick, unbalanced line. I had 4 guys on the wide side of the field there, so they tried to just get it out of the huddle and get up and get a quick first down. So 3rd and short. You see the skill kids coming back in, bringing out the heavy package. Juan Tapia is coming off a little limp, looks like.
3rd down along 2. Got to get it down to the 31-yard line here for the first down. Shotgun formation for Young. Remember, he can run it. You talked about his running ability. He does hand it off, though, and running it forward, and looks like he's going to be just a hair short as Wilson Tennell.
Yep, counter play, trying to get Bryan Station to bite on the rollout action that they've shown already a couple times tonight. So, good play off that 4th down. See if they try to hard count him and get him to jump. This would be a big stand for Bryan Station.
Colonels, Caudell, Vance, wide to the left side, 2 wide to the right. Young is going to take the ball, looks to throw. He's going to tuck it and run. He'll easily get the first down here and more inside the 30 and ushered out of bounds near the 25-yard line. Ended up to be a pretty easy first down for Oldham County as Young picks up 7.
Yeah, Bryan Station pressed man on that play. They changed their defense a little bit, so gave Young that wiggle room out of the pocket, no eyes on him. Easy run for a first down there.
Have definitely been very impressed by this young man's moxie this year, Joe. You just think sophomore. You think that's a guy we can press. That's a guy we can rattle. He plays with as I said, the moxie of a much older high schooler.
Yeah, he's got that true quarterback temperament. That's what you want in your quarterback, somebody who's calm, cool, collected all the time, that can manage the situations as they come. And he's done that well for him.
Direct snap to Caudell, who lined up at QB that time, and he'll take it down to the 20-yard line, a gain of 4.
We've seen them do that several times throughout the course of the year. Again, we know Young's played receiver in his past, but they got some runners they like. So again, you early on finding a way to get Caudell the ball out of the backfield here.
Yeah, and I don't know, I'm sure you remember Keenan Burton back when he played at Manual.
Mm-hmm.
He was just an elusive sort of guy. Ended up playing at Kentucky, and good receiver, good quarterback. You just want to get guys like that the ball.
Yep, and as many touches as you can get your best athlete, that's always what you want to try to do.
Tapia trying the left side here, tries to cut it back, and he'll lean forward for about a yard. It'll bring up 3rd and about 5.
Yeah, good job setting the edge there. That's what you got to do on that zone play. You gotta make that running back make a cut so your linebackers can get down and fill their gap. The last thing you want them to do is break that edge with not full steam ahead without any change of direction.
Tapia had 181 yards on 26 carries, 2 touchdowns when these two teams met 3 games back. It was back October the 20th.
Tight end still in the game.
3rd and a long 5. Play action. Young rolling to his right. He comes a little late pressure.
Yep.
Going to tuck it and run with it. The 15, the 10. He's going to score.
Yep. Ooh.
19 yards. Young into the end zone, and Oldham County is on the board.
Yep, that boot action again, probably that had to have been the 4th time we saw that on the opening drive. So getting him on the edge, let him make the decision. Didn't have anybody open. Again, no eyes on the quarterback. And again, he's ran the ball pretty easily a couple times here. We got an injury. We got a Bryan Station player down in the front corner of the end zone there.
Yeah, and they're going to look at him for just a moment here. Oldham County taking the early lead in this one now, 6-0. His 19-yard touchdown by Sam Young. He's done it so many times this year. Look here at the stats here. How many times? I think it's his 9th touchdown rushing now.
It wouldn't be
on
surprising.
The season.
Again, when you get him out on the edge, he's pretty much got 2 reads. He's got his touchdown, his check down, and then he's running the football. So he's again, and then he's an athlete enough to make a play when they need a play to be made.
That's his 12th touchdown.
Yeah.
On the year. Comes with
running?
632.
Just running, or is that running?
That's just rushing.
Oh,
that's just running.
So that should be a big key for Bryan Station here going forward. Is they got to get somebody on him quickly.
So still looking at the Bryan Station player. They've actually got him off the field, and they do have him up on his feet now. So that's good news. He's going to come off under his own power.
So we'll see how Bryan Station responds here on offense. OC had some big conversions there. We saw 2 third down conversions, 1 4th down conversions to keep the drive moving. So again, Bryan Station's still kind of looking like they're on the bus. Which again we talked about pregame, showing up about 30 minutes before game time. That affects the way you start the game.
Now this is a big loss, though, for Bryan Station, Joe. Number 2, Bryson Fields, the talented defensive back, one of the top tacklers on this team, a senior leader there, and the defenders want to get him back on the field as soon as they can on defense. Looks like he's going to be okay, but if he doesn't come back, that would be a big loss.
Yeah, you never want to see your playmakers go out. We'll see if he bounces back. I mean, his bang play in there. He could just be a little hurt pride too here, Mike.
Al-Assad, the kick is good, and Oldham County takes a 7-0 lead here in the ball game. First possession, the Colonels go all the way downfield and score. We're going to take a break. Back to Oldham County High School right after this. This is Colonel Football on the Pegasus Sports Network.
A wise man once said, "The secret to happiness is comfortable shoes." Well, I don't know about that, but I do know one thing. I'm a happy man when my feet are feeling good. And that's the idea behind Happy Feet, the world's most comfortable slippers. It's like walking on pillows. Owned and operated right here in Kentucky, Happy Feet has the coolest, the warmest, the most comfortable slippers around. College basketball fans will love the UK and U of L slippers. They look just like sneakers. Animal lovers will adore Animal Feet, a line of cushy slippers that look like every animal you can think of. There's even a dinosaur for the kids. Check them all out now at www.buyhappyfeet.com. That's www.buyhappyfeet.com and give the gift of Happy Feet. Happy Feet. It's like walking on pillows.
As we come back to action here, short kick. Bryan Station going to start with it about their own 29-yard line here. And Joe, something Oldham County's been pretty good at this year, scoring on the first possession, putting the other team behind the sticks, so to speak, to start the game.
Yeah, good team score on their first possession and good team score before half too. So, especially being at home, you kind of take the air out of the away team and steal the momentum early on. Bryan Station's got to answer here.
All right, this is a kind of a spread type of team here. They like to run the ball, and that's what they'll do on the first play from scrimmage.
Big hole.
Big hole there. And cutting through it there was number 26, Joey Bond, just a sophomore, the leading rusher on this team, over 700 yards on the season. They've got a lot of high hopes for this young man.
Yeah, it looked like they just got out gap there. Linebacker got picked up. Guard and center did a good job coming off the double team to get to the backer and found some running lanes there. Of course, they're spreading them out, so trips to the wide side. OC's got 4 people outside the box, so
Another handoff to Bond. He'll get it out over the 40.
That's a better job there. They came back. They liked what they saw, so they came back to the same play. OC's got 5 in the box. You got numbers. You like what you like what you got there as far as run. Looked like the quarterback wanted to pull it. We'll see if they come back and he takes this one here.
Key players for Bryan Station there. You see sophomore quarterback Tariq Mulder, number 5, 650 yards through the air, but only completing 41% of his passes. Joseph Bond, 713 yards rushing, 7
Number 20, Hunter Center on the INT for the Colonels.
You're outman from the jump. So, quarterback threw a good ball just to the wrong person.
Oldham County 7-0, and the Colonels with the ball for the second time tonight. Their first possession ended in 7. See if they can take advantage here. 5:11 left here in the first period, as the Colonels
here it is.
Go to the air. Pass complete. Halvey down to the 37-yard line.
That's their opening drive play. It was the first play they ran, opening the game, and he dropped it. Caught that one for easy 6 yards there.
One of the things I'm most impressed with of Sam Young and is his ability to make smart throws. He's been running around 66, 67% on his completion percentage all year. And, you look at it, I looked at the top 30 quarterbacks in Class 6A. That ranks him number 3 in terms of passing accuracy.
Yeah, he's efficient. I mean, when you got an offense that runs the ball as well as they do, and, most of their passes are off play action. Taking
Looking
a shot
deep,
here.
going for Halvey. He's got it at the 13. Halvey driving down to the 2. They got man coverage on the outside there. Bryan Station likes to play man, and they burned him with a pass right over Halvey's shoulder.
Yeah, a little pump and go, a little hitch and go action. So hit him with the hitch the first play. No roll out this time, but still hit him with a little pump fake, got behind the defender and made a play.
Was it about 35 yards, I believe, on that pass play? And they moved the sticks real quick there on me.
Yep, chunk play. So looking to score here. I mean, that's what you want to do after a turnover. Is you want to take a shot. You got some momentum. You got some energy. The kids are hyped up. So one-on-one coverage doesn't really hurt you. You throw the ball out of bounds or it hits the ground.
Power eye backfield. Tapia gets a call, running right, and he'll pick up a yard. Yeah, good defensive play there by Bryan Station, getting in there. The guy coming up off that pile last, number 76, Giovanni Watson, just got in the way.
On the ball quick, going back, same play.
Tapia.
Nope,
still going to come up short.
Yeah, 76. He's a guy that stuck out to me on film. He's a big kid. I saw him, wreck games at time when he's playing. Again, going both ways. We'll see how long he holds up, but they ran at him 2 plays in a row, and he did his job right there.
5'10", but 250 pounds.
Yeah, give me one of them. Give me one of them.
Looking to see if Fields is back in there. I don't see him right now.
High formation, fullback, quarterback sneak.
Quarterback sneak, and Young is in easily. And Oldham County is on the board again. Colonels. Sam Young with 2 touchdown runs. This one comes with 2:40 left here in the first period.
Yeah, another efficient drive by Oldham County. Run the ball, set it up, easy passes, hitch and go for the big play over top. I like what Oldham County's doing right now, controlling the game, winning the turnover battle, and up 13-0, soon to be 14-0 after the kick.
Al-Assad, the kick is up, and Oldham County leads this one 14-0 over Bryan Station. The Colonels, 2 possessions, 2 scores. We want to take a quick break here and mention one of our sponsors here tonight, BluegrassPreps.com. Are you a high school sports fan? Do you know where to find the latest news and information on your team, as well as every team across the Bluegrass? Well, check out BluegrassPreps.com, your one-stop shop for everything you want to know about Kentucky high school sports. Whether you want to know the latest update of an ongoing game, maybe read previews of upcoming games, or just get a detailed recap of a game that just happened last night, well, Bluegrass Preps has you covered. It also includes rankings of all the top schools, as well as conversation on topics of interest to serious high school sports fans. And along the way, you can have a little fun. Test your knowledge and skill with contests and trivia. Whether it's basketball or football, boys or girls, your hub for everything you want to know about Kentucky high school sports is BluegrassPreps.com.
The last time Oldham County kicked it short, Bryan Station moving the returners up. Yeah, I know Oldham County's kickers got quite the leg. We'll see if they put it deep this time.
Khalid Al-Assad.
Onside
Squib kicks a little onside up the middle.
Didn't
Bryan Station comes up with it there about the 48, 49-yard line. So that didn't work out real well. Not a bad idea. I like the idea, though.
No, Coach Fox stealing one out of my playbook. That may be one of our most successful plays all year was the onside kick. So when you set it up right, it was there. They had a chance at it, that's for sure.
Yeah, and obviously, if you come up with that, leading 14-0, and then maybe make it 21-0 this early,
huge.
That's a big knockout punch.
They got good field position. Let's see if they get back to running the ball. Kind of successful there with their first couple runs they had.
Mulder hands off to Bond, wrapped up very quickly this time as Oldham County had 2 blue jerseys back there waiting on him. And Bryce Roche, the leading tackler for Oldham County, coming up with the stop.
Yeah, a little bit of a run blitz there from Oldham County, kind of predicting they were going to get back to running the football again. Bryan Station's got a little bit on the edge. If their quarterback will look at defensive end, maybe pull it and find some space out there.
Bryce Roche on the season came into the game with 60 tackles, 7 tackles for loss on the year. Adds another one right there, and it's second down. Well, they're going to mark him at the line. Second down and 10. Back to throw is Mulder. Going over the middle. Had a man, and he overthrows him.
A little bit more air on that. Bill Kofer would have said you need a little bit more St. Louis. You got to put a little bit more arch on that one.
I'm trying to make out the number of this young man. I hate these yellow numbers already. I think that's number 8 for Bryan Station. That was Antonio Davis.
Yeah, they had him streaking down the middle. From that slot position. coach maybe put that one in his back pocket and come back to that here shortly.
Well, and another youngster, Mulder is a sophomore, Bond is a sophomore, Davis, another sophomore on this team. It's a very young offense.
Got some space.
Bond has some running room. They're going to meet him around the 45 and knock him down there as Carson Deckard comes in to make the initial hit, but a good gain on third down, and that's going to make it 4th down and 4. And
yep,
4th down and 3 maybe.
Coach figuring he's got 2 downs, probably knew he was going to go for it here on 4th down. So run, get a couple more yards, maybe set your quarterback up for a nice easy completion.
The
had some space there. We'll see if they come back. That's the second time they've popped a good chunk gain running to the left of their offensive line.
Bryan Station head coach Frank Parks Jr. in his 8th year now, 35 and 54. Has had a couple of lean years here of late, but has had some good success in Lexington.
Blitz coming. Picked
Here
it up
comes.
well.
Mulder
Found
fires,
him.
has his man.
Yep.
1st down at the Oldham County 25-yard line.
Oldham County sent some pressure, wasn't able to get there. Bryan Station did a good job picking up the blitzer. Quarterback stepped up in the pocket, delivered a nice ball. Good chunk play for Bryan Station. That's the play they needed to get them back in this football game. Let's see if they can convert.
They've some interesting guys on the sideline. I'll mention it here in a minute here after we see this play here. Bond straight up the middle, nothing doing. Oldham County, good penetration up the gut that time. And in there to make the stop for the Colonels, number 41, Matthew Bruner.
Yep.
Bruner has been really coming on here of late, Joe. I know you guys played Oldham County earlier in the season, but we've been really noticing this young man, very talented sophomore.
Yeah, when you get good linebacker play, that makes your defense, rock solid. Of course, Oldham County running the 3-4 defense, so they like what they have in kind of what we would call the big skill kids that play that linebacker position. Got enough size up front and some kids that are big and can run, and that always helps this time of year in playoff football when you have somebody that's kind of on the rise, stepping up, filling a role that your team needs to fill. That's what you want to see as your football team moves throughout the season.
Well, and still waiting to get Preston Dykes back. Arguably one of the most talented defenders on this Oldham County team. Injured his leg against South Oldham earlier in the year, has not played since, has been practicing, but I haven't seen him out there tonight. So, some of these guys like Bruner are getting some extra reps out there. Interesting thing, we were talking about the Bryan Station sideline there. 2 Bryan Station assistant coaches played in the NFL.
Yeah, that's huge. I read that in your notes before the game started. I mean, what great experience those guys have on the sideline to have some of that NFL exposure. And again, I'm sure that helps with their kids in the building, getting them out to play and understanding that they're going to have some guys that have been there and know what it takes to be successful. So that's huge.
Yeah, one of them I knew, the other one I didn't. Cornell Burbage, the one that jumped out at me. I remember when he played at the University of Kentucky and later went on to play for my Cowboys. And, was kind of in and out of the league, mostly a return man, played wide receiver, but was usually a special teamer in the NFL. But had several years in the league. I think he played for the Steelers some. But the other one I wasn't aware of, Tony McCombs. Was also in the NFL. So you got 2 ex-NFLers there on the sidelines, helping Coach Parks coach his team. And there's another little tie-in to the past. J.T. Haskins was actually the starting quarterback on Bryan Station's 1999 state runner-ups. So another
bit of pride there, huh?
Yeah.
A little bit of coming home to help the hometown school. I can relate to that.
Going to take a break. The quarter has expired. They got the injured Bryan Station defender off the field, and the clock rolls down to zeros. At the end of 1, Oldham County by 2 touchdowns. Back to Buckner after this on the Pegasus Sports Network.
You a Kentucky high school sports fan? Do you know where to find the latest news and information on your team, your competition, and high school sports action across the state? Join the fun and excitement at bluegrasspreps.com. You can support your favorite team, test your sports knowledge, and share news and views at bluegrasspreps.com for all the latest on Kentucky high school sports, other sports, and a whole world of lively discussion. Get on board at bluegrasspreps.com.
And
Bond getting some running room,
tackle.
steps through some tackles,
Short,
leaps for the end zone. Going to be a little short here as we start the second period. Boy, they got that quarter started in a hurry, Joe.
Yeah, they did. They didn't give us enough leadway there. Usually, coming back from the commercial break. Again, moving the ball on the ground here. Sophomore running back. That's his third big chunk play. Gets him down to the goal line. They got to punch this in here. Quarter break came right at the right time for Bryan Station, I think.
Defenders on the 1 yard line, maybe the yard and a half line, and looking at first and goal. Mulder goes in the shotgun, hands off, and that'll be a touchdown.
Good answer. I mean, really, really good answer from Bryan Station again. It looks like they're off the bus. They moved the ball there effectively. They got to come back and get a stop on defense, but really, really good answer for Bryan Station here.
And that was Bond they handed it to, wasn't it?
It looked like it, yes,
yeah.
sir.
That's what I thought. So 11:28 to go here till halftime as we just underway here in the second period.
Yeah, Bond's off to a good start. I got him at about 6 carries with 45 yards and a touchdown here. So they got to keep riding the bell cow when they got the ball on offense.
Point after, bad snap. The ball might have been partially deflected there by Carson Deckard. It'll be no good. And a big conversion failure there by the defenders as they can't come up with the PAT. Still, they are within one score now. Oldham County's lead is down to 8, 14-6. Back after this on the Pegasus Sports Network. At Kentucky Farm Bureau, we work as hard to protect your stuff as you work to get it. For almost 75 years, over 478,000 Kentucky families and businesses have trusted Kentucky Farm Bureau to help protect what matters most to them. Whether it's auto, homeowners, farm, commercial, boat, health, or life insurance, Kentucky Farm Bureau has what you need to keep you protected. And here in Oldham County, your Kentucky Farm Bureau representative is Steve Jones. An Oldham County resident for over 20 years, Steve is a well-known figure in the local community where his kids went to high school and played sports, and where he is active in the local high school booster club and his community church. Steve's goal is simple: to provide peace of mind to all his clients. Call Steve today at 241-2833 or visit him in person at 6334 Kentucky Highway 146 in Crestwood. Steve Jones and Kentucky Farm Bureau. The folks to know because you never know. Well, I'm gonna tell you, these officials must have a big dinner plans here. They are moving this game along. We never have this much trouble getting our commercials in. They already got the play going.
Yeah, I guess we really don't know how cold it is out there up here in this nice, comfy, heated booth. So.
All right, Oldham County though with good field position after that kickoff here. 1st and 10, Colonels going from right to left here as they send Vance in motion.
Touchdown.
Gives it off to Caudell. Big play here. Caudell at the 50. Straight arms the defender. Stays in bounds and then finally loses his balance and goes out of bounds inside the 35-yard line.
Yeah, there's good game plan in there. You show that jet action a few times, run the counter off of it. There wasn't anybody home for Bryan Station there. Typically in a defense, you got a guy that's what we call a CCR, cutback counter reverse guy that's supposed to be there for us. It's our defensive end, our backside linebacker, and our cornerback. So ideally, a disciplined defense, you got 3 people sitting there on that counter, but good play by Oldham County.
28 yards and an Oldham County first down. Halvey, Deckard. Looks like maybe Vance. No, Vance is wide to the left. Halvey and Deckard wide to the right. Caudell in the backfield. They give it to him, runs it straight up the gut, and Parker Caudell churning out the yardage inside the 30 down to the 28.
Yeah, we haven't seen Tapia back in there since that opening drive, I don't think. Caudell's been taking the majority of the snaps right now. I wonder if Tapia is more banged up than we thought he was.
He's had little nagging injuries all year. Has played pretty much in every game, but has been limited in some games with little nagging stuff.
But it's nice to have a backup like Caudell that can come in and still be effective. Oh,
Quick
screenplay.
screenplay to Vance. Vance splits the defense and goes down to the 20-yard line. That'll move the chains.
Perfect time for a screenplay. Bryan Station brought some pressure, blitz up the middle there. So good little action out wide to get your athlete in space. So another easy first down for here for Oldham County and right on the edge of the red zone.
Yeah, Gabe Vance. Enjoy watching this young man play. He is all effort all the time.
Yeah, you win with kids like that. You win with kids like that when you have kids that are the heart of your team that drive your practices and drive your weight room. Like those kids are invaluable on a program.
First catch of the game for him for the senior. Hand off to Caudell. Cuts it up the middle. Oldham County finding some running room between the tackles, get down all the way to the 11-yard line now.
Yep. Bryan Station's kind of settled into this man defense, so they're Oldham County's moving them around with the jet action here, so it's bringing guys to the other side of the field, and they're finding that lane away from or back to where the jet came from.
No, the last couple of plays here, Oldham County running with the 4 wide outs. Now this time they come out with 3, all to the short side of the
tight end
field.
To the wide side though. They got to like inside zone here.
Halvey wide on motion, and
Power
there's the give. Caudell sidesteps a defender. He's going to lunge at the first down marker, but he's going to be a little shy. Might have gained a half a yard.
Still short on the first down here, so they can get one more first down before they get, inside the 10, and we're goal to goal. So hard count, third. And they may look to take a shot here with a rollout and put a score on the board, and knowing they got maybe one more and a solid field goal kicker if they elect to go that route, given they don't pick up the first.
Caudell already 5 carries, 47 yards. They'll send Halvey wide to the right, Deckard in the slot to the right.
Tight end to the boundary here, motion to the tight end. See if they like it too. Yep.
In motion. They'll give it to Caudell. Caudell is not going to get it.
He got short.
He got knocked out.
I thought they were going to get it. Have it easy there. Their offensive tackle didn't have had that defensive end locked up and got to the edge, but good flow from the linebacker and the cornerback to come up and stop him short. So 4th down. Bringing in heavy.
Well, if I'm building a football team, right, and you tell me I can just have one attribute, I'll take speed anytime. And right now, Bryan Station able to, like you said, it looked like the play was going to work.
Yep.
And with Bryan Station's speed, able to make up for the mistake and cover the ground.
Yep. So timeout here. Give Bryan. Bryan Station's going to try to get a little bit of a breather. Oldham County's had a good drive, keeping them on their toes. Again, 4th and short. Are they gonna stick to their bread and butter and come back to run the ball, or are they gonna try to get Sam Young out of the pocket again and let their athlete create?
Well, it's a big play certainly for the defender defense here because it's a 1 possession game right now. We talked about the defenders answering Oldham County's touchdown with one of their own. If Oldham can come back and answer the answer, that starts to become a little deflating on the sideline.
Momentum play right here. 4th and short. Bryan Station gets the stop. They get some momentum going the other way, and Oldham County picks it up. Kind of again takes the air out of the road team here. Going in to score. So we got the tight end to the wide side. I like the setup to go stay with their bread and butter here. Oh, got him jump.
Yep. And Oldham County's going to get it the freeway.
Yep. Again, that's deflating as a coach, as a team, especially out of a timeout. I mean, that's one thing you got to be talking about in the huddle is to watch the football there. So free first down, goal to goal here. Oldham County looking to punch it in. See if Bryan Station can come back, get a stop here. They've been playing some man, so that usually helps you out a little bit in the red zone. You can afford to send a few more people because you don't got to worry about people getting behind you. But they haven't had anybody on number 4 all night.
No, it's hard to keep track of Young. This time he does hand it off. Caudell walks it in untouched for the touchdown. Oldham County from about 6 yards out, and the Colonels make it 20-6.
Yep, another effective drive there, running the football. More on that you saw a lot more offensive linemen pulling on that drive from Oldham County as opposed to just their zone stuff. Again, Bryan Station locked up in a lot of man. When you pull guys, you get numbers to a different side of the field. Doesn't really seem like Bryan Station's backers or defensive linemen are adjusting when they get those pulls. They're kind of just running upfield and running by people.
Al Assad on for the PAT here for Oldham County. Right-footed kicker boots it up, and he boots it through, and it's a 21-6 ball game. Al Assad, one of the more interesting stories on this Oldham County team, Joe. It's not uncommon for us to be talking about guys that are, kickers who are great soccer players and play on the soccer team, or kids who are linemen who happen to be great wrestlers on the wrestling team, or basketball players. But Al Assad is not only a pretty darn good high school kicker, he's also a good soccer player, no surprise, but he's also an exceptional clarinet player. And apparently, we're not just talking about a good clarinet player, we are talking, for his age, a world class clarinet player. Has actually had to miss time with the football team to attend band competitions. He's that good. He also is a field commander for the marching band. So it's one of those multi-talented young men.
A little bit of a throwback there. You're starting to see a little bit more of that in the game of football. I think again, there's so many more things for kids to do nowadays. So why not do as much as you're good at? Another short kick. I guess they're trying to keep it out of the playmaker's hands of Bryan Station, not let him get a. He's gone.
Bad coverage here. Oldham County.
See if Assad can make a tackle.
Is going to have to make a tackle, and Lacey slows him down, but Bryan Station's going to end up with tremendous field position here inside the 30 at about the 27-yard line. Is Jaden Commodore, 5'7" freshman cornerback, got a chance to return it, and Oldham County really did not cover that one too well.
Yeah, no, big hole. I mean, you like what the plan is to keep it out of the playmaker's hands, but you still got to get down, run, and cover. So, again, Bryan Station in good field position. See if they take a shot or they just keep grinding it out on the ground here.
8:59 to go here in the first half. Colonels up by 15, but they've dug themselves a defensive hole here. As the ball is inside the Colonel 30 at the 28, Mulder hands off. Bond trying the center of the line, got some running room, and was hauled down, but he's going to be very close. It looks like he's got the first down.
Another big hole there, another big running lane. Again, Bryan Station number 5 hadn't pulled the ball yet, but Oldham County's kind of keying on him a little bit now. So it's creating a little bit more creases in the middle for Bond to keep finding some running room.
Well, and they are going to have to keep track of Mulder. He is capable of tucking it down and running on the season. I'll get that info for you here in just a second as he hands it off again. This time, Oldham County, good penetration, and the Colonels
big defense.
Knock him down.
You get a defensive lineman making a play there. Is number 50, Houston Manning, I believe, sophomore. I believe if I have that number correct. But it's always good to have your defensive lineman make a play. Sometimes in high school we like to think that defensive linemen are just blocking dummies, but you get somebody that can take on a block and make a play. That helps your defense big time. A little different look here, 2-back set for Bryan Station.
2nd and 10. And again, they give it to Bond. Try the left side of the line, and Oldham County that time covers everything up pretty quickly. It'll be a short gain, maybe 3, maybe 4. Let's see. We're going to spot him at the 15. So about 3.5 yards. It'll be a 3rd down and about 7.
Good job. Two nicely defended plays there by Oldham County. Keying on Bond, holding him to 5 yards on 2 rushes. Third and medium here. We're going to have to force the quarterback, who already's got an interception on the night, throw the ball again.
Wide to the left side, number 9, Damon Green. He's been held without a catch tonight. The top receiver on this Bryan Station team. He's wide to the left side. They got 2 both ways. Play action, fire over the middle, incomplete, and it.
You got to catch that one with your hands there. Hit him right in the numbers. But this time of year, that ball's a little bit harder when it's cold. Your shoulder, everything's just a little bit harder when it's cold outside. So when you let the ball get to your shoulder pads like that, it's an easy way to drop it, and that's what we saw there.
And that was Antonio Davis. We talked about him earlier.
He was open though.
He was open. He made a nice little move, and looks like Bryan Station going to go for the 3 points here.
Yep, get some points on the board. See if they trust their kicker to knock it through.
And
Get it?
it looks
Got it.
good from here. Yes, it is. 7 minutes exactly left here in the first half. About a 22-yard, wait a minute, what am I saying? 32-yard field goal there for Bryan Station.
Yeah, good stop. Good hold there by Oldham County after after Bryan Station got the ball with good field position there. Good hold up by Oldham County's defense.
Yeah, everybody ends up kind of coming away from that possession with a little bit of a feel-good feeling about themselves. Oldham County saw them knocking on the door there. On the other hand, Bryan Station able to come away with some points. It's a two-possession game now at 21-9, as Bryan Station will kick this one away.
Points are always good this time of year, as long as you can, be in the lower seed, as many points as you can kind of scratch away going in before halftime. The better. They get the ball at half, so they need to stop here in order to keep it close going into the locker room. But again, like I said at the beginning of the game, good teams scored before half, and Oldham County's put a lot of good drives together to start this football game.
Squib kick this time. Boy, I tell you, kickoffs have been an adventure here tonight. Oldham County's going to get a decent run back here, it looks like, as cutting it back to the near side of the field and finally dropped at about the 42 is
I believe that's my boy Clay Franklin. Yeah,
yep.
former North Oldham Mustang there. Clay's a good kid. I had him in math class, believe it or not. So familiar with him. Glad to see him get a touch here tonight.
Yeah, he makes a nice little return there. He was fighting for his balance for about the last 7 or 8 yards there, but keeps his momentum going. Oldham County starts this in great field position at the 42. Sam Young and company up by 2 scores.
Been effective running the ball last series. Be interesting to see if Oldham County comes out, getting back in the shotgun here. I look for some boot action to get Young on the edge again.
Caudell still at running back for OC. Gets the call on first down. Finds a little crease and drives his way forward.
Good run.
I'm not sure who was delivering the punishment that time, the defense or Parker.
No, that's a good football play right there. I love seeing plays like that. Everybody pops up. Everybody's okay. Pads did their job. Let's play the next play.
5 yards for Parker on first down. It'll be second down and 5. And, so important to get that positive yardage on that first down. Give yourself more options on the next 2 or 3 plays there.
Yeah, Oldham County's liking what they got in their little tag action guard. And when you get that guard and tackle pulling across the formation, they like what they got in that so far.
Deckard in motion to the strong side. They'll go that way.
Back to their zone.
Caudell
Bryan Station's done
forward.
a pretty good job.
Not going to be much there. As that time, a whole lot of yellow helmets quickly to the point of attack and a gain of a yard or 2.
Yeah, you got to believe they're running that to set up the boot here on third down, because they haven't, their inside zone hasn't been as effective as that tag play that they've been running. So you got to believe they're setting up the boot.
Colonels on the attack, got 21 on the board right now.
Yeah, big play here for Bryan Station's defense. Again, they gotta find number 4. I know Oldham County's been effective running the ball, but trips to the wide side, back to the running back. I think this is easy rollout. Yep.
Play action. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here watching something else
Dropped
here, and pass is incomplete as Parker. That was not play action. As Parker. Sam Young was unable to get the pass complete there. Actually hit the man on the hands, but it's going to bring up 4th down and 5 here.
Had the open receiver on the out route right at the sticks. Good ball, good delivery. Again, a cold night. Everything. Those gloves aren't quite as sticky on cold nights. So hit him right in the hands. Again, they'll come back to that play. He'll catch one just like that later in the game.
4th down, and Oldham County's going to punt this one away. Thomas Dempley standing on his own 35-yard line. First punt of the night for either team comes with 5:15 left here in the second period.
Bryan Station's going to come get it. They got this short side of the field overloaded a little bit. Yep, fake. They were calling it out.
Comes up to Caudell.
Had him wrapped up.
Has a little running room, and it's going to be very close. Where are they going to mark him out of bounds?
He got it.
Colonels think they got it. Let's see if the officials agree.
We hadn't had a whole lot of flags here. You've been talking about the ref speeding the game up. Looked like Bryan Station's player got tackled on the edge there. Again, maybe that's just the coach in me. You always want to get the holding call,
I
but
tell you, this is going to be close, Joe.
oh yeah, I was looking at the far judge over there. He was
Yeah.
already pat. Oh, they gave it to him. It's Bryan Station ball. Got to stop.
Yep. Yep. Going to end up being a gain of officially of 3 for Parker Caudell, and it's going to be a turnover on downs for Oldham County.
Rallied there. They had him. They had him wrapped up in the backfield. And again, the speed like you were talking about, speed to the football. I mean, that stopped them just inches short. So good field position again for Bryan Station. If they go down and answer right here, it's gonna feel like a football game and a half. Bryan Station's got a little bit of momentum. They gotta feel good about getting that stop. So come back, run the football.
3 wide to the left side, 1 to the right. Mulder with the spread formation here for the defenders, and not much doing here. Oldham County
Yep, got
has
it
done
figured
a
out.
pretty good job at filling the gaps here.
Last couple drives here, Bryan Station hadn't had the big holes there. Oldham County have moved their linebackers up. I think they're keen on that. Again, they haven't had much hurt them down the field. The one seam route there. So we'll see if Bryan Station maybe remembers that. And Oldham County's playing too high now. They're not going to give them anything deep. Whereas earlier they were setting the one safety in the middle. So playing too high, double coverage to their one wideout over there.
Colonel's walking up the outside backers there. He cuts it up ahead for another couple of yards. I thought they got a very favorable spot on that first down play as they gave them a couple of yards. This time, Amadeus Taylor on the carry. 5'7", 140-pound sophomore getting the call for the defenders, and it'll be third down and a long 6.
See what they can draw up here. Big third down for Bryan Station and Oldham County's defense coming off the fourth down stop. This is going to be a momentum play here. If Bryan Station converts, they get a little juice going forward. Oldham County gets a stop, then they can kind of take a deep breath after the failed fourth down.
Defenders send 3 wide to the left side, 1 to the right. Mulder in the shotgun, and now we're going to get a timeout by Bryan Station. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Crestwood Chiropractic. Are you dealing with pain, maybe from a sports injury or an automobile accident? Or maybe you just suffer from good old-fashioned back pain? Well, find out how chiropractic care can ease your pain at Crestwood Chiropractic. Crestwood Chiropractic and Dr. Rodney Brown voted the best chiropractor in Oldham County in 2017 and 2018. He can help you take charge of your pain. Easy to find on the Highway 329 bypass right across from South Oldham High School. Crestwood Chiropractic and pain relief is only moments away. So call Dr. Rodney Brown today to arrange a personalized chiropractic care plan at 243-3334 or visit his website at www.crestwoodchiropractic.com. Did you ever leave the football field looking for chiropractic care? You never left sore, did you?
It was usually the next day you wake up and you're either on the treatment list or you're not in college. So
Mulder from the shotgun on 3rd and 6, going high, had his man,
wow.
and he's got
Good
it.
ball.
Good catch.
Wow.
And it'll be a first down. Defenders inside the Oldham County 30.
They need to do a little bit more of that. They're getting that one-on-one coverage. I mean, that was a pretty ball. That's a tough high school throw there. The fade to the corner. Running that flag route. That's a tough high school throw to make. So good ball, good catch, move the sticks.
I tell you, he didn't look like a 41% passer on that throw, did he?
That was pretty.
That was a pretty ball.
That was.
1st and 10. Defenders. Handoff to Bond.
Back to the ground. Ooh.
Bounces off one tackler. Can't get away from the next 2 or 3. And very awkward tackle there as Bond's legs got kind of bent backwards on that, but he pops up. That's good. Tackle made by Chase Cormanis, who simply was not going to let go there, coming up from his linebacker spot.
Yeah, it looked like he had some space. His eyes might have been on the ground a little bit too much there, because I thought if he had just stuck his foot in the ground and got one more yard outside that defensive end, he had about 10 yards of running room before his linebacker was going to contact.
2nd down, short 7. Bond gets a call, trying the middle of the field there. not a whole lot there. A lot of blue jerseys. Pick a number there as the Colonels swarm him down around the 20.
Yep, staying with what's been successful for him. Again, Oldham County, good job on the zone play, getting downhill and keeping them for a short gain. So big third down. We've seen Bryan Station already hit a field goal from this distance once. So and a big third down conversion last play. Got to believe you trust your quarterback right now to make a throw after the last third down throw.
Yeah, James Robinson booted that last one through from 32 yards, just a little outside that right now. Mulder going for the end zone, double coverage. Got his man, but was he in the end zone?
He's in.
Yes.
Yeah, touchdown. Wow.
Touchdown.
Hey, you got to give that quarterback some props, bouncing back from the early interception. That's 2 big throws on this drive to bring them in a really, really close game. I think Oldham County may be a little bit shocked right now.
21-15. Touchdown comes with 2:11.
Another good ball.
Number of that
of the receiver? I believe that was number 8.
I think it was too.
The one that dropped
Antonio Davis.
Yep, I believe that was Tony Davis that had the one-on-one. He was actually 1-on-2 there. I mean, Oldham County shaded the safety that way. Cornerback got ran by, and the safety wasn't there for the over-top help. Coach Fox can't be happy about that one.
21-16, a whole new ball game here now as the defenders have fought right back into it. Just a one-score ball game now. Winner, of course, next week will play in the championship for the district title. And, of course, that's going to depend upon who wins that game, where that game is. Tonight, Madison Central, the number 4 seed, plays the number 1 seed, George Rogers Clark, in Winchester. If Oldham County were to win tonight, they would travel to Winchester to play George Rogers Clark. But if Madison Central were to win, Oldham County would host next week. So it's all about the seedings and all about who wins. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see. But certainly GRC very heavily favored in that game against the Indians. Squib kick again, taken by the up back, bobbled there. The Colonels pick it up, and they'll not get so much this time, but still solid field position at the 37.
Plenty of time to work with here. Oldham County with all 3 of their timeouts left, so good team score before half. So I look for Oldham County to put a good drive here, at least to get in field goal range. A little bit of running pass with 3 timeouts, you're still in good position with your whole playbook here.
Well, the defenders have scored the last 10 points of the ball game, and Oldham County really needs they got plenty of time, like you said, 2:07.
Running back to the trip side, moving up. Last time we did this, we saw a rollout, so look for the slot guy to run an out route. Here it is.
There's the roll, fires over the middle, has his man at the 50-yard line as Deckard comes down with it.
Good ball, good catch. Easy throw again, getting Sam Young out of the pocket. Man-to-man coverage. Oldham County's athlete was better than Bryan Station's.
4th Oldham County receiver to come up with a catch here in this ball game.
Going quick. Bryan Station's kind of sluggish getting back to the line and getting set. Big counter play, big hole.
Caudell, lots of room to run at the 40, to the 30, has a blocker, to the 20. He might take this in. He's going to get knocked out of bounds near the 5-yard line.
Yeah, big play. Saw that off the 2 hard counter steps to the right. Came back. Bryan Station again. They're flowing so hard that they got nobody backside contained. Cornerback did his best to try to keep the guy in front of him. Would have liked to see him rip outside and stay outside to let his flow run to make the play, but Oldham County 2 big plays down the field. Here we go.
Caudell 41 yards on the carry down to the 6-yard line. That's where they'll spot it. The Colonels knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Clock showing 1:35 to go till half. Halvey wide to the right side. Looks like Vance to the left. They've got Roche at tight end. Handoff. Caudell cuts it up ahead. He's going to be just shy, maybe the 2-yard line perhaps. Let's see where they spot it. Maybe only about the 3. Yeah, so give him 3 on that carry.
Gonna let the clock run. Oldham County looks like they're bringing in some different personnel. They're bringing in their skill personnel. So maybe try to spread them to run the ball here. Bringing the tight end back in now, doing a little personnel shuffle here.
Tapia is still sitting on the sidelines. We haven't seen him in a long time now. Of course, Parker Caudell had the hot hand, and was it John L. Smith when he was at Louisville always said, hey, feed the studs, right?
That's right. Whoever Oldham County ended up got to take a timeout. They didn't like the personnel that they had running on and off the field there, so good timeout here to get settled under a minute. See what they come up with out of the timeout.
Colonels still have 2 timeouts here in the first half that they can use. We're going to catch up with our sponsors here just a little bit. Back to Buckner right after this.
Let C&W Automotives keep you on the field with our touchdown oil change special and suspension check. Call C&W Automotives today at 220-4088 and ask for Jennifer to get you scheduled for a touchdown. C&W Automotives, 6701 West Highway 22 in Crestwood.
Baptist Health LaGrange is the best experience expecting families can ever conceive of. We offer spacious, comfortable rooms, a dedicated team of nurses from labor to the time you go home, and a helpful maternity website to guide you through all the questions before and after baby's arrival. For more information or to register for free prenatal classes, visit BaptistHealthLaGrange.com.
Along with Joe Gamsky, I'm Mike Montgomery. Welcome back to Bell Field. And Buckner, second down and goal for Oldham County. The give is to Caudell. He's not going to get much.
Kept his feet moving. Bryan Station loaded the line there. They put everybody in the box, man-to-man on the outside. And Oldham County sticking with that guard tackle pull. A lot of times when you get a bunch of guys up on the line of scrimmage and you start pulling people, they got some defensive linemen that can run through some gaps. But you got 1 yard to go here. Clock's running. It's going to be
28 seconds. Colonels, plenty of time here.
Straight downhill.
Still got those timeouts. Young into the end zone, and he's got his 3rd touchdown of the ball game.
Yep. Well, and that's probably why his rushing totals are so high. They get down there and they just let the 6'4" quarterback just lean over the goal line.
He has only carried the ball 4 times tonight and has 3 touchdowns to show for it.
Yeah, hey, padding the stats right there. That'll be a Twitter post after the game right there. He may be pushing some record books for most rushing quarterbacks by a touchdown.
He's trying to Lamar it.
He's doing a pretty good job. Going for 2 here.
Colonels, 1 wide both ways. They got Carson Deckard in tight on the left side. Play action to Caudell, and they throw into the back of the end zone, and it's good.
Oh.
The pass going back there for the Colonels to number 34, and that is Isaac Starr, the tight end, the sophomore tight end, and Oldham County makes it 29-16, and the lead is back up to 2 scores, just shy of the first half. Joe, how big was that score?
That's huge. That's huge. I mean, Bryan Station feels like they had the momentum after the score there to make it within a score game, and then 3 quick plays, you're right down the field. I mean, that just it's like a punch to the gut if you're the opposing team on that one, because you feel like you're feeling good. You got some momentum, and you want to go out and get a stop, and obviously that's the goal. But within 3 plays, they're on the goal line. Man, that really just takes the wind out of you.
Well, and Parker Caudell so good in the open field. Maybe not so much there inside the 5-yard line. He's not really a power back, but so shifty with the feet, so shifty with the hips. That 41-yard run there, really, really runs behind his blocker so well.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. Like we talked about, get him the ball in space. With him in the game, they've gone to more of that tackle guard action to try to create some creases for him. Like you said, he's not so much of the downhill inside zone runner that Tapia is, but he's doing a good job getting them what they need right now.
Al-Assad kicking deep, picked off at the 12-yard line. Defenders trying to get a big run here, and they'll get it out to about the 30. And the ball's loose, and Oldham County's got it.
Uh-oh.
Colonels have it here, and the ball comes loose again. Let's see who's going to come up with it in the final determination. Oldham County's got it. The officials making the call.
So you got 7 seconds here. You got 2 shots at the end zone, really.
It looks like Joey Lay coming up with the fumble recovery for the Colonels.
Trying to make a play. Trying to make a play. You want to be special here at the end of the half, but sometimes you just got to get down and accept that it's a 0 play. You're wrapped up and you just got to get on the ground there.
Okay, the ball is going to be placed at the 27-yard line. Very definitely a situation where, Sam Young has completed all his passes. We talked about his completion percentage. He can throw those deeper, intermediate, and deeper passes.
And you got 2 timeouts here. I mean, they can get a quick play and get their field goal kicker on. That's a false start.
Yeah.
Or timeout or something. Yeah, timeout. Bryan Station. They didn't have enough people on the field.
Oldham County, correct me if I'm wrong here, Joe. I don't think Oldham's got a penalty tonight, have they?
There hadn't been like I said, there hadn't been many penalties.
I told you these officials want to get off the field.
This is a great game to coach in when you're not seeing those yellow flags all over the field. There's been a few and far between games that I've coached in where those flags stay in the pocket, but either we're getting a really clean game or those refs are really cold.
Coming up, the Office Max halftime report in a few moments here. Joe and I'll take a look at some of the numbers in the first half, talk about the way this game is going, and also take a look at how the two teams measured up to our keys to victory that we talked about during the pregame. All of that coming up during the Office Max halftime report in just a few moments right here on the Pegasus Sports Network. And, of course, our broadcast continues in Crestwood. South Oldham going up against Atherton. Ed Howard and Roger France bringing you that coverage. If you want to check on that game, just scroll down a little bit on our broadcast page, and you'll see the little Pegasus icon, South Oldham versus Atherton.
That score's got to be 50-0 by now.
It probably is. Back to throw.
Post route,
Young looking deep. He's got his man, and there's Carson Deckard. Touchdown. Oldham County's in the end zone again, and a back-breaking kind of score right before the half.
Yeah, I don't like that. You're playing press man coverage with 7 seconds left. No safety help, and they put their best route runner in the slot, hit him with a jab step on the outside, and there wasn't a safety in the middle of the field to help him out. So good design by Oldham County, good play, but kind of a head scratcher there for Bryan Station's defense.
Al-Assad on for the PAT for OC now as their second score in 18 seconds.
Yeah, Oldham County did a great job finishing this half here, Mike. We talked like I told you, good teams score before half. They scored twice before half, so got the score up. Going to feel comfortable going in the locker room now. Bryan Station, you can see that some of their kids already got their heads down, so hopefully their coach will do a good job of boosting their morale at halftime, because they've shown some flashes of doing some good things tonight.
Well, everything going Oldham County's way there in that final minute. First off, the big drive, the big plays, the long run by Parker Caudell, the nice 15-yard pass there from Sam Young to Carson Deckard to key it. They end up getting the touchdown on a run by Sam Young, and then the fumble and the opportunity to get the real killer score there, and now suddenly it's a 20-point ball game.
Yeah, those two plays were huge. Back breaking. I think Bryan Station scored that touchdown to bring it within one, and they took too deep of a breath there, and Oldham County slapped on the gas pedal. Going to kick it deep though again.
They field it at the 15-yard line, heading upfield as the clock strikes 0 here, and they're going to get a nice return, but not nearly enough to threaten a score here as we come to the end of the first half. Oldham County leads this one by 20. Oldham County 36 and Bryan Station 16. We'll be back with the Office Max halftime report. Look at the numbers and a review of the first half coming up right after this. This is the Pegasus Sports Network.
Hey folks, Andy Carrick here. Just wanted to take a moment to tell you about Comfort Patrol and Armstrong Air Heating and Air Systems. They deliver greater warmth and efficiency through the latest technological advancements, and that's an important benefit to you and your home. Who's standing behind the HVAC system you chose for your home? It better be more than someone just telling you that you need to replace it. You need the advice of a trained professional, backed by a company with superior comfort products and industry-leading warranties. And that's what you'll get from Comfort Patrol Heating and Air and Armstrong Air. With a 10-year warranty on parts, 2 years on labor, plus a 10-year no-limit guarantee. It's all about quality and affordability at Comfort Patrol. Call Eric Tilton today at 502-551-2044 for a free quote. Now through October, get your system cleaned and performance checked for only $60. At Comfort Patrol, We have the right answers to your home's heating and cooling questions. Check us out today at www.thecomfortpatrol.com.
At Office Max, your success is our business. Whether you're looking for a printer, office furniture, software, laptops, or simple office supplies, Office Max has it all in one convenient location at prices you can afford. Check out the Office Max Impress Business Center, where no job is too small or too large. They can help you with simple laminating or business cards, or help you put together that award-winning business presentation with their digital color printing, copying, and binding services. That's Office Max. Open till 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday till 6 p.m. on Sundays. Office Max. Work with us.
Are you a Kentucky high school sports fan? Do you know where to find the latest news and information on your team, your competition, and high school sports action across the state? Join the fun and excitement at bluegrasspreps.com. You can support your favorite team, test your sports knowledge, and share news and views at bluegrasspreps.com for all the latest on Kentucky high school sports, other sports, and a whole world of lively discussion. Get on board at bluegrasspreps.com.
CNW Automotives wants to keep you moving toward the finish line with our free 21-point inspection. CNW Automotives has trained technicians providing full-service care for all makes and models. CNW Automotives, 6701 West Highway 22 in Crestwood.
Hey everyone, I'm Mike Montgomery, and we here at Pegasus Sports would like to give a big thanks to one of our new sponsors, Foundations Family and Implant Dentistry, a full-service dental team who strives to meet the needs of your entire family. They have two convenient locations, one on Shelbyville Road in Middletown and the other on Lexington Road in St. Matthews. Check them out online at www.foundationsdentistry.com or give them a call at 502-245-8442. They would like nothing more than to have the opportunity to care for your entire dental needs.
I thought I was pro-choice. Then I saw government figures that say almost half of the 3,000 abortions done each day in this country are repeats. That means 2, 3, even 4 abortions for the same woman. Then I learned the Roe v. Wade court decision legalized abortion in all 9 months of pregnancy for any reason at all. Maybe being pro-choice isn't what I thought. It really got me thinking.
A message from Right to Life at KRLA.org.
A wise man once said, "The secret to happiness is comfortable shoes." Well, I don't know about that, but I do know one thing. I'm a happy man when my feet are feeling good. And that's the idea behind Happy Feet, the world's most comfortable slippers. It's like walking on pillows. Owned and operated right here in Kentucky, Happy Feet has the coolest, the warmest, the most comfortable slippers around. College basketball fans will love the UK and U of L slippers. They look just like sneakers. Animal lovers will adore Animal Feet, a line of cushy slippers that look like every animal you can think of. There's even a dinosaur for the kids. Check them all out now at www.buyhappyfeet.com. That's www.buyhappyfeet.com and give the gift of Happy Feet. Happy Feet. It's like walking on pillows.
Back at Oldham County High School, along with Joe Gamsky, I'm Mike Montgomery. Glad to have you here with us tonight. On camera tonight, Sean Montgomery. He's the guy who's been out there freezing. 27 degrees right now here in Oldham County. So it's a chilly one. I guess I could understand if those officials want to get out of here early.
Playoff football, man. It's going to be cold the rest of the year.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look back at that first half. Oldham County off to a fast start. Two touchdowns in the first period, both of them on runs by sophomore quarterback Sam Young. And Joe, that really kind of set the tone for this ball game.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the keys to success, I mean, running the football was number one, and they've done that with Caudell with most of their carries. We saw Tapia start the game and came off hobbling in the first series and really didn't see him go back in. So you gotta wonder how he's feeling. But again, you got the luxury of another ball carrier that's just as effective behind your number one. I mean, that's that's tough. So they ran the ball. They're winning the turnover battle. Bryan Station's given it up twice to them. And then, Bryan Station's had some chunk plays on them, but Oldham County's rallied to keep them out of the end zone a couple times. So doing a pretty good job of limiting the playmakers.
Yeah, you talk about Tapia and Parker Caudell for OC. Tapia, 6 carries for just 12 yards. This is the guy who is closing in on a 1,000-yard season, but um, didn't really make a big impact early in those 6 carries. The last 3 carries were just 1, 1, and 0 yards. But what a difference Parker Caudell has made. The senior, 13 carries, Joe, 108 yards and a touchdown here in the first half.
Yeah, you were talking about him, before the game. Again, the twitchy kid. They started moving the offensive line a little bit more as he was in there. That tag action, tackling guard. A lot, several counters there before the half. He had the big run on the counter tray play. So finding him a lot of room where he's not taking those big hits. He doesn't have to run over anybody, but using his skill set effectively right now.
Yeah, and uh, the sometimes when you're not the biggest offensive line or you're not the fastest offensive line, there's got to be some of that misdirection in there, a little bit of hide and seek with the football. And when Oldham County started doing that, Bryan Station has seemed to have struggled a little bit more in defense.
Yeah, it's game 11, so at this point in the year, everybody's got all the film on everybody. So the old Bill Belichick motto is you want to stop what they do best, and so for that, Oldham County, that's their inside zone scheme. So Bryan Station did a pretty good job early slowing down inside zone. So Oldham County on the coaching side, nice adjustment to mix it up and find another way to run the football.
Sam Young, tremendous first half for the young man. 6 of 8 passing for 116 yards and a touchdown. No interceptions. And on the ground, 4 carries for 28 yards, and he scored on 3 of them.
Yeah, he's a beast, super efficient throwing the football. Again, a lot of the times they're getting him out of the pocket, smooth, easy reads. Receivers are running really good routes. Couple drops early on, but we've seen Oldham County's coaching staff come back to several plays and give those kids a second chance to pick themselves up and pick their team up, and they've made some big catches too. So you gotta like what you got for the future in Sam Young. I mean, we're gonna see him for the next 2 years, so it's kind of depressing on my end. But uh, you know, knowing what he does well, hopefully Bryan Station can pick up on that and limit him getting outside the pocket. You gotta bring some pressure to that edge. One of the things that I've noticed with Oldham County is when they get in that trip set and they put the back to the trip side. I don't know what the percentage is, but he's rolling that way. So Bryan Station's coaches got to pick up on that, and they got to start sending some pressure at him and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, and I think you make a great point also there, talking about the fact that those 2 drops, uh, you have to really get the idea of how impressive this first half has been by Sam Young. Uh, the only 2 incompletions he had were both drops where he put it right on his receiver's hands.
Yep, right in the hands. Worst place to hit you when it's cold. um, yeah, so he could easily be 100%, completion percentage if the guys on the outside catch the ball a little bit better.
Yeah, and now Oldham County, one thing I noticed here, the Colonels, we've seen them sometimes be a little more intentional about running Young. Tonight, though, even though he's got 28 yards and 3 touchdowns, really, with the exception of the 2 quarterback sneaks for the touchdowns, the other 2 runs were pretty much Sam Young seeing an opportunity on a pass play.
Yeah, it tells you something a little bit. First round of the playoffs. They don't want their quarterback taking a whole bunch of hits, and I can't remember when he's been hit in this game. I think he was banged up about midway through the season and missed some time. But so you don't want your quarterback to take unnecessary hits, especially first round of the playoff game when you feel like you got a good matchup. They're being smart with him, and he's being efficient.
Oldham County, 149 yards on the ground on 24 carries, so very, very good night on the ground. 3 touchdowns on the ground, all of those from Sam Young. Well, excuse me, 3 of those from Sam Young, 1 from Parker Caudell. And like I said, Parker with 108 yards on 13 carries. Young, 6 of 8 passing, 116 yards. He's spread those 6 completions among 4 different receivers. Tyler Halvey with 2 catches for 42 yards. Carson Deckard also with 2 catches for 42 yards. Deckard also with that big touchdown there right before the end of the half with 2.4 seconds left. And then Parker Caudell, a 24-yard catch, and Gabe Vance, an 8-yarder. All told, 265 first half yards from scrimmage for Oldham County, and a pretty good balance, 116 through the air, 149 on the ground. For Bryan Station, Joe, uh, they've tried hard to ride the sophomore running back Joseph Bond, but they're going to have to get a little more balance if they're going to loosen up this Oldham County D.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting what they come out and do this second half. They obviously like what they have in their running game, but being down by 20, that's going to limit the amount of carries he's going to get in the second half. They're about 150 total yards with Bond, the majority of that 67 yards and a score. Mulder's made some big throws. After having that early interception, he bounced back. I got him 3 for 7 with 75 yards and that big touchdown to number 8 in the corner of the end zone, Tony Davis, those are really the only 3 guys that have touched the ball for Bryan Station. So, we saw a guy go out early in the game. I don't know if he was somebody that was in the game plan or came back, but they gotta find a way if they want to keeping Bond in the game. They may have to throw him into the passing game. Haven't seen any screens out of the backfield yet, so he seems like their most dynamic player. So they're gonna have to draw some things up to get him the ball in the passing game in the second half.
All right, we're going to take a real quick break for one of our sponsors here, and when we come back, we're going to take a look at our halftime report card brought to you by the Comfort Patrol.
Hey folks, Andy Carrick here. Just wanted to take a moment to tell you about Comfort Patrol and Armstrong Air Heating and Air Systems. They deliver greater warmth and efficiency through the latest technological advancements, and that's an important benefit to you and your home. Who's standing behind the HVAC system you chose for your home? It better be more than someone just telling you that you need to replace it. You need the advice of a trained professional, backed by a company with superior comfort products and industry-leading warranties. And that's what you'll get from Comfort Patrol Heating and Air and Armstrong Air. With a 10-year warranty on parts, 2 years on labor, plus a 10-year no-limit guarantee. It's all about quality and affordability at Comfort Patrol. Call Eric Tilton today at 502-551-2044 for a free quote. Now through October, get your system cleaned and performance checked for only $60. At Comfort Patrol, we have the right answers to your home's heating and cooling questions. Check us out today at www.thecomfortpatrol.com.
All right, time for the Comfort Patrol halftime report card. Let's start off with Bryan Station. We said one of the things that the defenders had to do tonight was avoid turnovers. It's been a problem for them this year. In the first half, unfortunately, not able to match up to that standard as they turned it over twice, once on a pick that led to an Oldham County touchdown, and the other time on a fumble on a kickoff return, and that also led to an Oldham County touchdown, that big 27-yard pass play from Young to Deckard with 2.4 seconds left in the first half. So not only was Bryan Station unable to prevail in the turnover battle, but they also yielded Oldham County scores off of it. We talked about the fact they needed to force Oldham County into long drives. Well, that never really happened either. The short kicking game that we saw tonight gave Oldham County a chance to have good field position, and the Colonels made the most of it here. And in fact, they did a really good job of keeping those drives alive. And then finally, we talked about keeping Oldham County guessing with their own offense. And Joe, even though I thought Bryan Station at times, you talked about the chunk plays, had some moments offensively, I never really felt like they were keeping Oldham County off balance. It always seemed that really the Colonels were in the right defense most of the time here in the first half. And whether that was because Bryan Station wasn't able to keep them off balance enough, or whether it's just a tip of the hat to the Oldham County coaching staff and players, I don't know, but maybe a little bit of both. But the bottom line was I never really thought, except for a play or two, that Oldham County was off balance defensively.
Yeah, you see Bryan Station in the same 2 formations pretty much for the most part in the game. They've been in trips with the single back, and then sometimes they brought that second back in the backfield to get a lead blocker. But not a whole lot of, you're right, not a whole lot of mix up as far as formation goes, as far as play calling goes. The pass routes that I have seen, it's been one on one, kind of expecting their man to be better than the guy that's playing against him. So. Um, they gotta they gotta come out and they gotta show Oldham County something a little bit different because you're right. OC's getting comfy playing that inside zone. And again, with the score the way it is, they're gonna have to try to do something different.
Let's take a look at Oldham County, the keys to victory in the first half. How about your side of the coin here, Joe?
So again, we talked about running the football. Oldham County has been really efficient doing that with Parker Caudell with carrying the majority of their yards right now. So I'm sure they're gonna stay with that, try to run the clock, protect this lead. So they're in the spot they want to be in with the game plan that they like to play. You talked about on the Bryan Station side not turning the ball over. Well, Oldham County's had those 2 takeaways. Um, which has given them those opportunities to go add some extra points to the scoreboard, especially right there before a half, uh, and keeping Bryan Station contained. Had a couple big chunk plays, but not really the big explosive play that we think Bryan Station is capable of. We've seen a couple 20 25-yard runs, and then the long 30-yard touchdown pass there, but uh, that's pretty much where they've been in that striking distance. We'll see if they can come out and create something for themselves to start the second half. They're going to get the ball. Oldham County's kicked it deep to them the last couple times, so I know that was something their coach was high on in his notes to you pregame was their kick returning game. I think with one of their returners having a 98-yard touchdown return for a touchdown at some point this season. So Oldham County obviously knows that. We'll see what they do with the ball here to start.
All right. 36-16 is your score at the half. Your halftime report card brought to you by Comfort Patrol. The guys who have all the answers to your heating, cooling, and HVAC questions, give them a call today or check them out at thecomfortpatrol.com. Good friends of ours, a new sponsor for the Pegasus Sports Network, and I've got an opportunity to meet the owner and everything, and these are good folks. One of the things that I always look at when I'm trying to decide on people like that to come to my house and fix things. The people who are going to be giving me a bill, is can I trust them? And are these guys that I can trust to do right by me? And I'm very impressed by this group. Very impressed. Oldham County will be kicking off to start the second half from right to left. It looks like for Bryan Station, they'll have Amadeus Taylor, number 7, back deep, along with, let me double check here. I think it's number 8, Antonio Davis. The kick is going to go towards Davis. It'll bounce, and he'll pick it up at the 6-yard line. Cuts it to the near side of the field, gets past 2 defenders. He's got some running room over the 35, and they'll bring him down at the 36-yard line. Getting in there for the stop, Tate Crowell, the Oldham County junior running back on special teams.
Big first drive here. Okay, big, good return there to get yourself in solid starting field position. So Bryan Station may want to come out, try to establish the run again, but they're gonna have to move the ball quickly here in the second half.
Well, you're down 3 scores here, and you're playing. There's no tomorrow, so if Bryan Station has any little tricks up their sleeve, we'll probably going to see him here in the next 2 quarters. Handoff, Bond, little stutter step, drives ahead. Good leg drive by the sophomore. Finally brought down, though, by Bryce Roche. And also getting in there for Oldham County, Houston Manning? No, excuse me. That's Jacob Kehoe in there for the Colonels to help out on the tackle.
A little bit more of the same. Starting out trips again. Looked like inside zone running back, cut it back, saw a little bit of a gap there. But 5 yards, first down, come back, 2 by 2 here for Bryan Station now.
Vincent Lombardi would be proud. 5 yards on the first down, not bad. This time, nothing doing as Oldham County stood up the offensive line there and, was able to pretty well stymie the drive there. Brian Monteleone with a nice play there. One of the youngsters moving up the ranks at Oldham County, a sophomore defensive back. got in there and helped to make that stop, a gain of just 1.
This is when you're going to see the perk of having enough kids to just go one way, kick in. Bryan Station, you can already tell, a little bit tired coming out the second half. Oldham County still looking fresh because most of those guys just play defense.
3rd down and 4. Colonels with 4 on the line. And now they walk up the linebackers. They drop back in coverage, and the pass is wide right, trying to get it out there to number 40. Well,
15.
15, excuse me. Again, those yellow numbers are driving me nuts. Travion Jenkins.
Yeah, a little hitch route. Little hitch route, trying to just get to the sticks and pick it up. Didn't, ball sailed over the head there. A little high out of bounds, so bringing on the punt team. Not the start you wanted for Bryan Station, but if if they can come back and maybe create a turnover for something like that before Oldham County really gets going here again on offense.
Carson Deckard standing on his own 27-yard line, waiting for the kick. Good snap. Booted away, very nearly blocked. Oldham County got good pressure there. Deckard will fair catch it at the 35-yard line, and that's where the Colonels will start. Boy, Oldham County got a rusher in there and had a real shot at that kick, but they get it away. Short one, but good, well covered by Bryan Station.
I saw Bryan Station running a kid off the field there late. Looked like a half rugby punt, so rolling this way anyway. Somebody maybe just missed their block, but punter was smart enough to get the ball off.
Halvey to the right side. Vance to the near side. Looks like Deckard in the slot to the right now. One back in the backfield. That's Caudell. Runs it ahead and gets ahead to the 40. Nice gain of 5 to start the series.
Yeah, this is what I think this is what we're going to see the rest of the game. I just saw Tapia walk down the sideline here. He doesn't look like he's going to go back in. He's limping pretty good. Got his gloves off, so Caudell's going to probably be the guy for the rest of the game. So that's probably what we're going to get. We're going to get that inside zone. We're going to get that tag. We're going to get that bootleg. They're going to make Bryan Station make a play. Oldham County is going to be efficient.
Well, and the good news for Oldham County is they're doing a good job with Caudell at running back. The bad news is you just pulled your best wide receiver out of the receiving corps there. He gets the call again, trying to run wide left, and they're going to bring him down back near the original line of scrimmage, a loss of about 5. That is the first negative yardage play for Oldham County tonight.
Yeah, you'd like to see that give Bryan Station a little bit of juice there. Didn't seem to do much for their sideline or kids on the field, but nonetheless, negative play. That's what we say you're going the right way when you're on defense there.
Well, you talked about the numbers. Oldham County, about 95 kids in the program this year. You look at that sideline, lots of blue uniforms on the sideline there. You look across to Bryan Station. This is a small roster for a 6A team.
I feel their pain. We're a 4A school, and we end up with about 55, 60 kids on our roster. So I'm always jealous of these big teams, especially when you got a team that can platoon and go both ways. We'll pick it.
Ooh. Young very nearly threw a bad pass there. Well, he did throw a bad pass, but it was almost a disastrous pass. That was almost a pick six.
That's the play they needed. That's the play Bryan Station needed right there. Oldham County about gave them 6 points, and that's a play as a coach on the sideline. You're gonna go back and watch that play 100 times and say if we would have got this play, what would have been different in the game.
Young has only thrown 4 interceptions all year compared to 17 touchdowns. Well, make it 18 now tonight. 18 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, but that would have probably been a 6-pointer had Bryan Station come down with it. Oh, and we're going to get a flag here on the punt, and that one's going to be interesting because not only did he hit the punter, Joe, but he hit him in the face.
Yeah, we'll see what they call here. If this is roughing, it's going to be a first down. If they call it just running, they'll get 5 yards, and we'll see what Oldham County does. Personal foul.
Yeah, I don't see how you can't call that a personal foul.
Yeah, that's a dumb play. That's not smart. Looked like he had plenty of room to pull up and just took a cheap one there at the kicker. Good job selling it by the kicker's part. We tell our kicker if you even feel like a fly lands on you, you should fall over and sell it a little bit. So good job by the kicker taking the hit and getting the flag.
So Oldham County will move the chains the freeway. And with 8:38 to play here in the third period, the Colonels have it right at the midfield stripe, 1st and 10.
Couple of bad plays. If you're a Bryan Station fan, you go from having a would-be pick six to being back on the field.
Little misdirection here. Caudell trying to go to the left, and he'll go out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. Pickup of about 3.
Good adjustment for Bryan Station on the counter play. Oldham County's testing them already. We saw them run that for a big play before the half, so Bryan Station finally got some defense to stay home there and only giving up a couple on the counter tray.
Yeah, they'll mark him out of bounds at the 48, so just a gain of 2. Second down and 8. 110 yards on the night for Caudell as Oldham County comes out with 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Now they'll move Deckard in motion to the slot on the right side as Young is in the shotgun, retreats, looks, fires, has Vance at the 40, inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Yeah, that's about as easy as it gets. I mean, that's like just playing catch in the backyard. I had several throws with that, just like that with my brother Jake in the backyard. I mean, that's pitch and catch, as simple as it gets.
Well, and the ball got in and out of the hands of Sam Young so quick that time. No hesitation on his part. The defense had no chance to read and react.
Yeah, one-man route. Bryan Station's giving them a little bit of cushion here after kind of getting beat deep a little bit there in the first half. So they're playing a little bit off one-man route, throw a hitch, try to get number 4's mind back right after that almost pick.
Deckard in motion to the right again,
looking,
hitch. There's Vance. Vance at the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Oldham County. There's the call, and it'll be a 38-yard pass play for the touchdown, the second touchdown toss of the night for Sam Young.
Good play calling. Good play calling there. Pretty predictable. If you're Bryan Station, come back with an easy hitch. I mean, that's tough. I mean, you want your kid to be aggressive there, but you also understand that if you're going to give something up, you want to give the hitch route up. If you're playing that kind of man coverage with no help over the top, I mean, you got to give the hitch route up. So good play calling. It's the second time they've bit on the pump and go here. And another big play for Vance, who I believe caught the first one in the first half too.
Al-Assad boots through the extra point, and Oldham County stretches the lead out to 27, 43 to 16. We'll take a break. Back to Oldham County High School and Belfield right after this. You're watching Oldham County football on the Pegasus Sports Network.
Baptist Health LaGrange is the best experience expecting families can ever conceive of. We offer spacious, comfortable rooms, a dedicated team of nurses from labor to the time you go home, and a helpful maternity website to guide you through all the questions before and after baby's arrival. For more information or to register for free prenatal classes, visit BaptistHealthLaGrange.com.
What do you ask from a friend? Trust, support, a helping hand? So why not ask that from your health insurance?
Everybody wants to love. Everybody wants to be loved.
You deserve more than health insurance. With CareSource, you're covered with kindness.
Just let the love begin.
CareSource, individual and family health insurance. This is healthcare with heart.
And back at Oldham County High School, along with Joe Gamsky, I'm Mike Montgomery. Glad to have you here with us tonight. It's been a good night for the Colonel fans. And yet again, though, the team getting the ball is going to start with good field position as the defenders rumble it out to the 44-yard line, and that's where they will start. Good field position for these teams repeatedly tonight. We talked about field position, Joe. Nobody has started a drive from inside their own 30.
No, and I understand it too. We don't kick the ball deep a whole lot either. I mean, we feel like we put the ball on the ground. Like I said, we onside kicking a lot too, especially when you're playing a team with some good athletes. But that's probably been Bryan Station's best play all night is kickoff return. I mean, they've had a lot of room to run there. Maybe they'll break one here before the game's over.
Mulder from the shotgun hands it off. That looks like ball's knocked away, and the Colonel's down there, and they may have come up with it. Yes, they have. The third takeaway of the night for this Oldham County team. Joe, this is an Oldham County team that came into tonight's contest number 2 in Class 6A in fumbles recovered. They've already got 2 more tonight.
Yep. They got another one there. That's a big play by that defense. I mean, now Oldham County's going to look to go down and score and maybe start the running clock here, and the refs may get their wish.
Colonels on the season, an impressive tally in terms of fumbles recovered. They had 16 coming into tonight's game. That number is now up to 18 in 11 ball games.
We're going to look for a pass here, maybe take a shot, trips to the wide side.
From the 45, Young fires, has his man high, though, and through the hands of Carson Deckard.
They're going to come back to that one because number 9, whoever that is for Oldham County, Tyler Holvey, he's running down the field wide open, uncovered. So if they want to take another shot, they could probably line up and run the same play again and score 6.
I tell you, a rare bad throw by Sam Young, just a little high there. But of course, the fingertips got to be feeling a little bit stiff right about now. It's not a warm night out there.
Same formation, counter play tied into the short side. I'd look for him to run the ball. Yep, here we go.
Here we go. Parker Caudell trying to tuck behind his blockers though, but good defensive effort there by Bryan Station. They had five yellow hats right around that ball that time. There just wasn't a lot of room to go.
Did good up the middle. Set yourself up for a 3rd and long. Bryan Station's got to get off the field right now. We'll see what Oldham County's going to draw up. Coach Fox out on the field coaching his quarterback up. Looks like he's going to want something from him right here on this play.
It is a 27-point lead right now for Oldham County. So Colonel send 2 to the right, 1 to the left side. That's Gabe Vance. From the shotgun, Young rolling right, has time, finds his man. Deckard has it and can't quite spin away from the defender, and he will come up about 2 yards shy of the first down.
It's the 4th time we've seen that rollout play where Deckard in the slot there's ran a simple little 5-yard out route. And again, Bryan Station nowhere to be found on the coverage. So going to bring in heavy personnel, number 45 coming in for Oldham County.
Bryce Roche.
Yep, so they're going to, 34 coming off a little limp, but they're going to put him at tight end, and I imagine we're going to see guard tackle pull. They've got him to jump once on a 4th down, so they may come back here and hard count as well.
Roche, generally considered the better blocking tight end. Starr, who came off, Isaac Starr, the maybe better receiver, but hey, Roche has got pretty good hands. Play action, wide open is Roche. Just spoke about him, and he goes down to the 25. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, I mean, he just snuck himself out in the flat there, didn't really, and that's the power of how well you can run the football. I mean, that play action fake was not the greatest in the world. 45 just kind of lazily ran out into the flat and found himself a first down. So when you run the ball that well, your play action doesn't have to be great because everybody's looking for the run.
Well, and like I was just saying, generally you think of Bryce Roche as the better blocking tight end, and he is the better blocking tight end, but he's got pretty soft hands, and you sneak him out there, nobody picks him up, and he'll catch the ball.
New running back in the game for Oldham County.
I
Looks
think
like
that
28.
was Tennell. Yeah, that was Wilson Tennell on the carry. Picks up about 4. Tennell, a speed back. He's got some wheels out there. He is a senior, 5'7". Moved it down to the 21-yard line, 2nd down and 6.
I expect more of the same here. Oldham County staying in the same formation with Rochelle in the game. They're going to keep running some power zone at him here.
Tennell breaks a tackle inside the 20 and down around the 16, maybe the 15. Yeah, they'll put him at the 15-yard line. Nice gain of 6.
So a little change of pace here for Oldham County with the fullback coming in the backfield, and they're really zone blocking away from him and letting him lead off the edge. So it's a little bit different of a look here in the second half that we've seen from Oldham County. So Oldham County still mixing it up and showing some different stuff here on film.
And really ball control offense, even with the passing game right now. The clock rolling, you're down to 4:26. The clock, of course, Oldham County's best friend.
Yeah, they're gonna run it down, and I won't be surprised if they take the whole rest of the third quarter here, maybe to score the way their pace is in and out of the huddle.
Young hands off to Caudell, who's back in the game, cuts it up, but can't get a whole heck of a lot there as he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
There's still something to be said about the lack of laundry to be thrown on the field tonight. Again, this is either the two most disciplined high school football teams I've ever watched play, um, or referees just want to get in and out tonight because we haven't. I don't think there's been one holding call. That may be a record for a high school football game, that nobody's had a holding call against them.
I do not recall ever broadcasting a game where there was no holding calls.
You might get that one first tonight here, Mike.
I tell you, 3:33 here in the third period. Colonels taking their time on this drive. 2nd down and 7. The ball just outside the 10-yard line at about the 12.
Yeah, they're taking every bit of the play clock, getting up to the ball here. Guard tackle pull.
Late handoff to Parker Caudell, and he runs it down to the 6-yard line. Nice gain. It's going to be 3rd and a yard, maybe 3rd and 2.
So interesting what they're going to do. Rochelle just came out. He's on the bench seeing the trainer right now. So, their last kind of play action setup series may be a little bit squandered. So I imagine they're just going to keep the ball on the ground here.
Yeah, Roche over here on the sidelines, being looked at by the trainer. 3rd down and a yard for the Colonels.
Gave it to him again. Hard count.
Got the hard count. That'll be the 5th first down for this period for Oldham County. I've got the Colonels now with 12 in the ball game, and that'll move it inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line. And Oldham County has 4 plays to cover 3 yards here. It's back in the game is Tunnell. Also for the Colonels, Joe Lay back into the ball game. Number 31, Caden Dykes back in there.
So we're mixing up some personnels. I wonder if we're trying to get just some extra kids on the field here, because you would think you'd want your big players in here on the goal line, but I don't think we're quite close enough for Young to quarterback sneak it again.
Maybe not from the 3.
Outside zone.
There you go. Tunnell trying to get to the edge, and looks like he is going to be.
Touchdown.
Yes, he's in the end zone. Wilson Tunnell from 3 yards out, and with 2:03 left here in the third period, Oldham County on the board again.
Great job setting the offensive edge from the offensive tackle and then the lead back out of the backfield. Hadn't seen a whole lot of pure 2 back like that from Oldham County, but the times they've got in it, they've shown that outside zone, so good execution on the touchdown run.
Al-Assad will try another extra point for Oldham County as the Colonels running away with things here in the third period. They led 36-16 at halftime. Low snap here, but Al-Assad gets it up and looks like it's good. Yes. And it is a 50-16 ball game. Oldham County by 34 points here tonight as the Colonels making a strong statement here tonight against the Bryan Station Defenders. We're going to take a break. Back to Belfield after this. This is the Pegasus Sports Network. At Kentucky Farm Bureau, we work as hard to protect your stuff as you work to get it. For almost 75 years, over 478,000 Kentucky families and businesses have trusted Kentucky Farm Bureau to help protect what matters most to them. Whether it's auto, homeowners, farm, commercial, boat, health, or life insurance, Kentucky Farm Bureau has what you need to keep you protected. And here in Oldham County, your Kentucky Farm Bureau representative is Steve Jones. An Oldham County resident for over 20 years, Steve is a well-known figure in the local community where his kids went to high school and played sports, and where he is active in the local high school booster club in his community church. Steve's goal is simple: to provide peace of mind to all his clients. Call Steve today at 241-2833 or visit him in person at 6334 Kentucky Highway 146 in Crestwood. Steve Jones and Kentucky Farm Bureau. The folks to know because you never know. Well, another kickoff and another pretty decent return there as Bryan Station will start this possession at their own 45-yard line. Actually, not so much a big return as it was a short kick. Oldham County tonight has spent a lot of time kicking away from that those return guys back there. Do have a score from Crestwood, and this is a little bit of a surprise, Joe. At least how low this score is. 8:31 left in the third period. South Oldham leads Atherton 28-0.
Yeah, 28-0, you expect them to just keep grinding that out, and I imagine we'll see a score much like this over there at some point. They're just gonna keep running the football. And that appears what Bryan Station is going to stay with too. You know, with the score this way, it's a tough position to be in as a coach. I've been there more often than I'd like to admit, but you know, you just want to keep your kids going. You got to be the example for you know, model behavior and how to respond when you're in a tough spot, because you know, kids are not really sometimes good at, you know, regulating their own emotions. So I look for these coaches to be the model of that.
Well, they want to build on this here. They got so many youngsters. This is one of them here, just a sophomore, but Oldham County is going to get to Mulder. Tariq Mulder goes down, first sack of the night for Oldham County, as they several blue jerseys getting in there, and it's going to be third down and 9.
We'll call that a coverage sack. You know, Oldham County only rushing 3 that time, dropped everybody else back in coverage, so nowhere to go with the ball, and then clock just ran out on them.
Actually, they're going to mark it as 3rd and 10. They're going to mark him right at the 45, the line of scrimmage. But, you know, a lot of youngsters on this Bryan Station team, they want to build for next year. This game is out of reach. But the last thing you want to do is take a lot of chances, get a lot of high-risk, low-reward sort of situations.
Got a guy wide open.
There's a nice pass down to the 35, wide open down to the 20, the 10, the 5, and down to the Oldham County 2-yard line. The pass defense broke down that time. And finding the seam was Jaden Commodore, a freshman, and he's got the big first down.
Yeah, there's a big play that's going to make Bryan Station feel good. If they can get back up here on the ball before the chains get set and the clock starts rolling, they get a score here before the third quarter ends. That's gonna make them feel a little bit better. Coach Fox not happy about that. He's on the field. He's looking for substitutes to roll out the DB that just blew that coverage.
Mulder from the shotgun. Fakes it to Bond, takes off running with it, and he'll score easily.
Been calling for that all game, man. Been calling for that all game. Finally on the goal line, they give it to him. Oldham County's actually sitting right there, played it pretty well. But, you know, when you're on the goal line, you have no room to back up. You got to be moving forward at all times, and just won the battle of leverage right there. So, hey, good answer there from Bryan Station. You know, again, they're not giving up. A little bit of fight left in them yet.
So Mulder, a 2-yard run there. And on for the extra point should be, I believe, Robinson, James Robinson. Nope, they're going to go for 2. So Mulder and company stay on the field. Bond standing to his right. They fake it to him, throw to the end zone, and they got their man.
You know, so one thing this is going to do is this is going to prevent Oldham County from making this a shorter game. You know, they were 2 points away from making it a running clock. Bryan Station come back here and answer. You know, 26-point game. You know, maybe a little too late, but at the same time, you know, you gotta like the fight left in Bryan Station that they're showing here. Coach Fox is not happy with his DBs out there. He's trying to figure out what he was thinking about and what he was looking at on the big play. I gotta imagine that's what he's talking to him about.
And that was Jenkins on the 2-point conversion. And so Bryan Station fights back. 50-24 now is your score with 13.5 seconds left here in the third period. Jenkins, another one of those youngsters, sophomore, 5'11", 150-pound sophomore wide receiver. So, you know, Bryan Station, at least on this offensive side of the ball, their best days are still to come. These guys are going to be around for another couple of years, assuming they stay with the program. And, you know, and if Coach Parks is able to put a few more bodies over there so he can give some guys a little more rest, this team has some real future ahead of it.
Yeah, you gotta like the pieces they got. You know, I take some of their skill kids on my football team. You can't have enough athletes You can't have enough kids that can make some plays. So I think you're right, man. They got a good nucleus on offense with that sophomore quarterback and sophomore running back. So hopefully they'll do a good job of selling their program to other kids in the school and bring out some of the other athletes in the building. But you gotta like that drive there. We'll see if they're gonna kick it deep or maybe try to. Looks like Oldham County's preparing for the onside kick. They got everybody moved up with one guy deep, which is I believe that's freshman. Yep, Jalen McRoberts, another former Mustang there, for you back deep for Oldham County. So
there's a little onside kick, and it goes out of bounds. So Oldham County will get it here. Sam Young and company will take over. And it looks like he is going to come back to quarterback at least one more series here. Young, 10 of 14 passing tonight, 2 touchdowns, 184 yards. A very, very efficient night. We've used that word to describe him a couple of times, and this has been a very impressive showing. Just about the only really ugly pass that he threw was that one that was almost picked off. The rest of the night, he has just been spot on perfect.
He's wearing number 4, but he's playing a lot like number 12. I'm a big Packer fan, so he's being his.
He's more like Rodgers than Favre.
He's doing his best Aaron Rodgers tonight. That's for sure.
Favre was kind of a shotgun,
He
big,
was.
powerful arm, but God knows where it's going.
Absolutely. That's why you loved watching him play.
Handoff to the back, and lunging ahead for about 4 yards was number 22, Tate Crowell, 5'8" junior running back, getting his first carry of the ball game. And that'll bring us to the end of the third period. So as we go to the fourth period, Oldham County comfortably in front. The Colonels appear headed for a second-round meeting against either Madison Central or George Rogers Clark. We're going to take a break. We'll be back to Buckner's Bell Field right after this on the Pegasus Sports Network. Don't go away. Hey everyone, I'm Mike Montgomery, and we here at Pegasus Sports would like to give a big thanks to one of our new sponsors, Foundations Family and Implant Dentistry, a full-service dental team who strives to meet the needs of your entire family. They have 2 convenient locations, one on Shelbyville Road in Middletown and the other on Lexington Road in St. Matthews. Check them out online at www.foundationsdentistry.com or give them a call at 502-245-8442. They would like nothing more than to have the opportunity to care for your entire dental needs. All right, back to action here. 2nd and 6. Young fires, has his man, and Halvey will get it out of bounds, and he's got the first down at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, Oldham County staying aggressive, keeping the ball in the air, a little hitch route. Last time they did that, they followed it up in the next play with a hitch and go. So doesn't look like Oldham County's done trying to put some points on the board here.
Colonels have won every quarter now. 14-0 in the first, 22-16 in the second, 14-8 here in the third, and that slowly has built up the lead for them.
Another new running back in the game back there. 22.
That's Kroll. That's Kroll again. That's his. He'll get another carry here. Just a couple this time. Yeah. Part of this, part of the future for Oldham County. Of course, just a junior. Picks up 2 that time. I imagine we'll see Caden Dykes carrying the ball some before the night's over with. We've seen him. He's been out there, but he hasn't carried the ball yet.
Yeah, you'd think they'd start maybe trying to pull some of their guys that are going to help them, win a district title or a regional title here shortly. But, again, not done moving the ball, not done putting some points on the board. I guess Oldham County doesn't quite feel like they got the game wrapped up yet.
Well, some of the positions, there's some awkward positions. As Kroll gets the call, he's got some running room at the 30, the 25, the 20, and down out of bounds at around the 15-yard line. It'll give Oldham County a first down, and looks like they're going to mark him at about the 14. So that's going to be a 20-yard run for Tate. At quarterback, a little awkward situation. The there's kind of two number twos here at Oldham County. One of them, of course, is Parker Caudell, but of course he's a starter, and you want to get him some rest as well. But your other quarterback is Jacob Davis, and Davis is hurt.
So we don't have anybody else because even Sam Young looks like he's a little limpy right now too. So I don't. Maybe that's a swag walk. Kids kind of walk like that these days, but he doesn't look like he's bending that left leg all too well right now.
So, well, but Oldham County, at the quarterback spot, what do? If you take one guy out, you got your backup's a starter.
Yeah, no, you got to roll with what you got. So he looks like he's gonna finish the game. Maybe not do much more than hand the ball off.
But. Caden Dykes with his first carry of the night there picks up a couple. Oldham County, 6 different players have carried the ball tonight for the Colonels, who have not been nearly as productive on the ground here in the second half until that big run a moment ago by Kroll. But they're knocking on the door now at the 12-yard line with 9:25 to play.
Yeah, but I would think they're just going to keep the ball on the ground here, but a little bit of shotgun, see if we get a little play action, but just don't like the way that 4 is moving right now. Outside zone, nobody outside.
Dykes trying to go around the left side. He's going to get ripped down, and it'll be a loss of about 2, maybe 3. Let's see where they actually spot it. Should be right about the 15, so that'll be a loss. They're going to say a loss of 3 there. So
they had what they
down
wanted.
11.
Yeah, they had what they wanted there. Outside zone, just couldn't get the defensive end reached, and he made a good play there for a loss of 1, because if he'd have broke the tackle of the defensive end, he'd still be running. Third down. We'll see if see how Oldham County's feeling here with the clock running down. If they just want to keep the ball on the ground and maybe kick a field goal here. I saw the field goal kicker over there warming up in the net just a minute ago. Roll out.
Young rolling to his right, looks, receiver fires, and his man fell down. That was Halvey down near just shy of the goal line, and so the pass sail's incomplete.
Here comes field goal unit. It looked like the offense. He was thinking about leaving the offense on the field for a second, but bringing the field goal unit on now.
Al-Assad on the season. Want to make sure I'm saying this right. I think he's 1 of 2. Yeah, 1 of 2 on field goals. Had that about a 35-yarder roughly against Shelby County to win that game. Now looking at about a 32-yarder here. Low snap. Yep. Al-Assad gets a piece of it. Looks good. It is good. 32-yarder, and with 8:13 left in the ball game, Oldham County puts 3 more on the board.
Good drive there. Take some time off the clock and finish it with a field goal. I really look for in a game like this, I guess, as a coach who's been in this situation for Oldham County, to start rolling some subs in, and not necessarily conceding the victory, but get some guys some playing time. It's good. Again, this is a game to help your future kids get some reps, but it's time to kind of pull the starters and put some other kids in. Be interesting. Again, Oldham County's done a lot with the ball off the kickoff here. So it'll be interesting to see what they're going to do. Al-Assad's kind of lining up, picking his spot. Several squib kicks. We've seen some pooch kicks, some sky kicks, the one onside kick, and then a couple kicks deep. So they've done just about everything from the kickoff position, which I like. I enjoy that. I think that's this is a play that is, been highly debated in football, but it is a wonderful play where you can do a lot on. Here we go, short little line drive. Let it go.
Fielded and stepping out of bounds near the 19-yard line. Interesting there. He had a little room to run, but Bryan Station's Damon Green choosing just to step out of bounds, and the defenders will start at their own 19-yard line.
Just a little indecisiveness there. That's a tough play. Ball going to the sideline. When it hits the ground, you're trying to gauge the speed to see if it's going to die or keep rolling, and sometimes your best bet is just to pick it up, but that sure looked like it had enough speed to where it was just going to go out of bounds.
So a 32-yard field goal gives Oldham County a 29-point advantage now.
You know, Bryan Station last time on offense, they didn't give up, so I imagine they're going to keep pushing the ball a little bit here.
Handoff and getting through a little hole in the line there for some good yardage out over the 25 to about the 26-yard line. Getting in there for Oldham County there was, I think, well, hang on a second. Let me double check.
Nope. And there's
For
Bond down on the field
yeah,
now. You
Kobe.
hate to see that for Bryan Station. You know, they're probably their best player tonight. He's not looking like he's in some pain there on the field, so hopefully he's going to be okay.
Update from Crestwood after 3 complete quarters. South Oldham 36, Atherton nothing.
It's starting to sound more like it.
Yeah, South Oldham came into that game the number 1 seed in that district. Atherton the number 4 seed, and South had won the regular season matchup 50-6, and now starting to pull away here in the second half. And not putting much weight on that leg is Joseph Bond. He's going to come off. In fact, he's just doing the bunny hop off here. He's not putting any weight on it at all. And you do hate to see that here as he just kind of falls on the far sideline there. Hope the young man's okay.
This may be the wrong time for it, but you keep flashing back to the South Oldham game. That was kind of a shocking surprise early in the year when South and OC met. You know, I was talking with Coach Fox that week, and playing both the teams, I really thought Oldham County was the better team this year, but South, again, just kind of showing their dominance in the county this year.
Well, they've really established a real program there. Back to throw is Mulder. Fires over the middle, and his receiver just unable to catch up to it. He threw it out there, tried to let him run to it, but Antonio Davis not able to catch up to the ball.
Only bringing 4, Oldham County is playing too high. They're dropping back in coverage, just trying to keep things in front of us. So, Bryan Station's got to take those shots, but they're not going to have much deep. Still would like to see maybe a screen play here with Bond going out. That may affect it, but haven't seen any of that to kind of slow down the rush of Oldham County yet tonight.
Colonels showing a blitz here. They bring the middle linebacker. Well picked up by Bryan Station. The pass over the middle is complete, and that should be enough for, or did he catch it?
He caught it.
Yeah, he caught it. That'll be a first down. Bryan Station.
I'm still in just awe. That looked like that receiver was getting mugged the whole time off the ball. Ball was in the air, but good job getting free and making a play. But Mike, I am astounded by the clean game we've seen. I guess it's a good thing, but as being a coach, this kind of seems like a video game as far as the flags go tonight.
Back to throw is Mulder.
Taking a shot.
Offensive line rather, doing a good job there as he fires downfield and out of bounds.
Yep, nothing there. Just running 4 verts down the field. Hopefully trying to get some confusion there, but Oldham County's doing a good job again, sitting back in a cover 4 shell right now. They're not going to let anybody get behind them.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to find Green over on the sideline there. Green did a good job of coming back to the ball, giving his quarterback a target to at least try to throw the ball to, but just not enough of a window.
No, he's not going to be there. They're gonna have to figure out a little different pass combo, maybe a post wheel or a slant bubble. They're gonna have to do something to get those Oldham County DBs moving a little bit.
Clock stopped with 7:01 to play here. Oldham County
too high again. Looks like they're gonna bring 4.
Here they come. Here comes the rush. Dumps it off in the flat. Over the 40, 45, out to the 50-yard line, and this time he finds Davis again out to the 50, and that'll be another Bryan Station first down. So the defenders moving the ball here late in the ball game. You said it earlier. This is a team that has not given up throughout the ball game, even though the odds have gotten slowly longer and longer and longer against them here. But they've stuck with it here. You got to tip your hat toward the team.
Yeah, absolutely. They're fighting. They're battling. This is a tough game sometimes, but this is how you want to see a team finish a game. You want to see them finish it with character. You want to see them finish it with some pride. And they're not letting up. And Bryan Station coaches have done a good job of keeping them up in the game.
Pass complete.
Yeah, nice
over
play.
The middle down to the 20-yard line.
Good catch. Good ball.
And again, he finds Antonio Davis. I tell you, he is pretty much looking for Davis almost every.
Yeah.
Davis has the hot hand right now, and Mulder, Yeah, he's got those little soft passes. Just a very nice touch with the ball.
Yeah, again, Coach Fox here calling the timeout. He is not liking that at all from his secondary. He was hot the last touchdown they gave up from a busted coverage in the secondary, but he's in there fired up right now, coaching hard late in the game here. And that's what you want to see from a winning perspective too. It doesn't matter what the score is. You still want to see coaches coaching players up late in the game.
Well, this game is probably in the books. Okay, you're up 29 points, so you're up 4 scores here. That in 6-16 is just it would take it would be the miracle of Buckner for Bryan Station to come back now. But the next time you may be up by 2 scores with 6:16 to go, and if you let that laissez-faire, we've got this attitude sneak in any way, shape, or form, you've seen it a million times.
Yeah, you can't stop coaching as a coach no matter what the score is, whether you're Oldham County in this situation or you're Bryan Station in this situation. You want to keep coaching.
Mulder back to throw, has time, fires for the end
Pick.
zone, and Oldham County with the interception.
Yeah, they're confused, but he picked it off.
Yeah. And who ended up with it? Did you see?
Looked like I couldn't.
I'm not
11.
really
I think
sure.
I think it might have been Carson Deckard there that came up with the interception.
Well, the Colonels come away with their 4th takeaway of the ball game. They've had a takeaway every quarter in this ball game. 2 interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries, and the Oldham County offense is back out on the field.
Yeah, looks like starters are staying in too. Bringing in number 12, replacing Sam Young is.
So it looks like Jacob Davis is going to be able to play. I know that he has been suffering from some nagging injuries, but it looks like Jacob Davis is going to come in. Number 12, he's a 5'9" sophomore quarterback. And, they've got some high hopes for this young man.
Yeah, he was the kid a couple years ago that I thought, or last year when there was kind of a dilemma between who was going to be the quarterback, him or Parker Caudell, before they really, I think, knew what they had in Sam Young. But I saw play JV this year and throws a good ball. Smart kid, again, going to be efficient in the offense. So just look for him to come in and finish the game out strong.
And we'll get a whistle.
Is that the first one of the game? Oh, we got 12 men on the field.
Yep, against Bryan Station. So the Colonels will get 5 free yards here. 6:05 left in this one. Oldham County is, barring lightning in a bottle here, is going to improve to 7-4 on the year. They will either go to Winchester, Kentucky to play George Rogers Clark, or they'll stay home against Madison Central. We'll see if we can get you a score on that George Rogers Clark Madison Central game before all is said and done.
George Rogers Clark, the one defeat that Oldham County has in the district this year, right?
Right. Handoff. Davis was lucky to get that away in time, but he does. And on the carry for OC was Kroll, and see if he got to the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to give him the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, we'll see if they'll give the young quarterback a shot at making a throw here, or they're going to keep the ball on the ground for another play, and just try to wind the clock down. But again, from what I know about Oldham County is they're not ever content. They're going to keep trying to move the football and make some plays. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was a little bit of play action right now.
Davis up to the line, has 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right, and jumping across the line, Bryan Station, we're going to get offsides against the defenders, and that'll give Oldham County a 1st down.
I'm not going to have to throw the ball now. We'll just keep running the ball. We'll finish the game out strong. And maybe a matchup coming with George Rogers Clark again. That's a 1-4 seed matchup, right? You got to think George Rogers Clark is gonna handle that business.
You think, but see if I can get the score here. Some scores are in. I'll look my way through this here and get you something here in just a second.
Oldham County starting to roll some kids in a little bit. Still got Vance in the game. Still got some of their big boys, but you can see him, Carson Deckard lining up at tight end out there.
Hand off to Kroll, runs around the left side for OC, finds a little running room. Kroll is going to get all the way down to the 35-yard line. 20, let's see where they spot this. They're going to put it right at the 35, so that's 20 yards for Kroll. That is his second run of 20 yards in the ball game. He's got 5 carries now for 46 yards.
Well, they got a handful of running backs to choose from. You know, if one of them wants to move over to the other side of the county, we could use some guys that can run the ball like that. So I don't know if that's illegal or not, but I'm going to make my best pitch.
Trinity over Marshall County, 63-0 tonight. Tates Creek over Henry Clay, 48-27 in Lexington. 1st and 10, Oldham County from the shotgun. Davis hands off to his back and fighting his way forward to about the 34, maybe the 33-yard line. Number 35 for the Colonels, and that is Trent Garrison, sophomore running back.
Yep, getting a bunch of kids some touches right now. You know, this is where you boost some confidence in some of your kids that have worked hard to prepare you for your entire season. Your scout team kids that that come and grind every single day. That maybe don't get the big long touchdown runs or the glory, but you get them in the game and get some minutes here and build that confidence for them moving forward in their careers.
Boyle County 64-14 over Anderson County.
Anderson County was a bit shocking to me this year. We played them 2 years in a row the last couple of years, and they were a monster of a team. But much like us, they didn't get any favors done for them with the new district draw, and they played a pretty tough schedule this year. But I know Mark Peach down there at Anderson County, and I'm sure he'll right that ship here soon.
Oh yeah, gain of 3 that time for Garrison. Other scores here: Simon Kenton over Campbell County 24-14. Paul Lawrence Dunbar over Lafayette 27-19. Mail all over Southern 43-0. Covcath over Cooper 41-6. Here's one: Connor over Highlands 38-28. Wow.
You know, the Bluebirds, man, they were the powerhouse back in the day when I was going to school at South Oldham. They were in our district, and they were always good every year. You know, Coach Mueller up there had that program and top notch every year. So, you know, even to see South Oldham, was it last year they beat Highlands, I think, for the first time in school history. To kind of see where that program has gone since I've been in high school has been quite a shock.
Nice run around the left side. Oldham County getting another runner in there. This was number 32, Mark Shupp, 5'7" sophomore. And the Colonels, lots of rotations in there. See, he went from the 35. They've spotted the ball all the way down to the 16-yard line, a gain of 19.
Yeah, I'd like to see my boy Jalen McRoberts get a touch here, but I haven't seen him in the game. He's a kid that played quite a bit against us early in the season, but he's kind of moved out of the rotation a little bit, I think. I haven't seen him on offense or defense for the most part tonight.
Central over Shelby County tonight, 44-0.
Wow.
Rockets.
Wow. Shelby County played them tough during the regular season. I think Central won that game like 28-14 at Shelby. So that's a big win for Central.
That's a bit of a maybe not a terrible surprise, but considering the first game.
Yeah, no, Shelby County's
ahead.
always
and
a tough
Oldham County's going to score almost uncontested here from 16 yards out. Shups takes it straight up the gut. He's got 2 carries for 35 yards, and with 1:25 to go in the ball game, Oldham County, the subs getting it done.
Yeah, big, straight up the middle. I mean, there's nothing tricky about that. That's just straight ISO there. You look for, again, being in Bryan Station's position, you still got to stop them. You know, they're not just going to take a knee with 3 minutes left, so you still got to stop the run and do a good job of collapsing gaps, but not on that play.
Al-Assad's extra point is up, and it's good. And it's Oldham County 60, Bryan Station 24, and that, although there's only 1:24 left in the ballgame, that will start the running clock. They may not even get to a kickoff here. Clock 1:16 and counting. They may not even get the kickoff off.
Yeah, I don't think the refs are going to push him to do that either, the way we've seen the game kind of go. They may just I see the white hat right now talking on his microphone like, guys, let's just
Let it
take
ride.
it slow here. Yeah, be slow getting the ball in. Drop it once or twice and maybe run this minute out
Here's
here.
some interesting scores. Dixie Heights over Ryle tonight, 18-6. Manual over PRP, 42-22. St. X over Butler, 28-8. And we still don't have that George Rogers Clark score in yet, though. That one is still sitting out there. No news on that one yet.
Well, they took a timeout so they could get a kick return in here. So there's nobody more upset than I think the white hat back there.
Yeah. No score Ballard Eastern. That's a rivalry to begin with. I don't even see. I must be missing it here. I'm trying to scroll through the scores here, and I was trying to even find the listing here. Oldham County's going to have to kick it off here. 40 from the 40-yard line, little squib kick up the middle. Bryan Station will field it at the 32-yard line. I think that was Davis. Davis trying to reverse his field, and Oldham County's going to swarm him under back around the 30-yard line. Clock rolling, 32 seconds.
It looks like they're going to try to get in and get a playoff. Call timeout again so they can get a playoff here. Hey, I don't blame them. Again, they're starting. They're fighting. It's their last game of the year. They're not going to give it up. Super easy. You gotta admire the fight that they're showing.
Oh yeah, It's quickly another score since we're waiting there. 50-6 East Jessamine over Collins tonight.
Yeah, I just saw that, man. Jerry Lucas and I, the guy at Collins, we've talked a lot over the last couple years. And that situation kind of gives me hope because you got a school like Collins that is not so far removed from a state championship. And they've had a couple tough seasons here, and I know that that's hard over there. So he's been good, talking me through some of the struggles we've been having. I'm waiting for my uptick though. I'm waiting for my class that's going to come in and flip our program around.
No score now. Madison Central and GRC. Did look. It is still not reported out there. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. 28.3. Mulder back to throw. Here comes the pressure. Steps up. Runs it off to the near sideline and out of bounds at the 32. And the official stopped the clock, but the referee correctly kept his hand going because that does not stop the clock.
Timeout.
15.2, but they take a timeout. And that'll be Bryan Station's final timeout with 15.2 seconds left. Next week, wish we could tell you who Oldham County is going to be playing, but it's going to depend. If Madison Central upsets George Rogers Clark, and that would be a pretty good upset, then Oldham County would host next week. They would play Madison Central here in Buckner. If George Rogers Clark wins that game as expected, then the Colonels will have to go on the road to Winchester to play the Cardinals on the road. And that was a great game here at Oldham County just a couple of weeks ago. GRC coming away with a 28-26 win after Oldham County's 2-point conversion with 2 seconds left fell incomplete and preserved the win for GRC. But Oldham County, remember, went into that last quarter up by a touchdown.
Yeah, I didn't see that game. That was one I was coaching in. So, George Rogers Clark, I know if that has had a pretty good program the last couple of years, so it'll be a good game if that's who they end up playing.
Mulder back to throw. Deep drop, throws over the middle, and through the hands of his intended target and intercepted by Oldham County. Colonels are going to run it back to the 33-yard line. That was number 42 for OC. Joe Lay coming up with the pick with 2.6 seconds left. 5 turnovers tonight for Bryan Station. That one pretty inconsequential, but kind of the story of the game here tonight as they have turned the ball over every quarter of the game.
Trying to get them to wind the clock, but it doesn't seem like the clock operators want to wind the clock right now. Should be game, but I don't know why the clock would have stopped on a turnover. It's still a running clock situation. The game should be over. Here we go.
And the official is going to correct that. There is apparently a timeout on the field. They're saying Oldham County called timeout. There is a Bryan Station player at about the 21-yard line, who is very slow getting up here.
Yeah, they're gonna have to take a knee. I don't know. My coach Fox just ran across the field to talk to their coach over there. So looks like they're gonna have to run a play here. Got to get a ball out. They put all their footballs away.
Yeah.
Oh, hit the referee. Good throw, James.
So the Colonels, like I said, will improve to 7-4 on the season. Oldham County, 3 consecutive winning seasons since Mike Fox has become head coach. And the Colonels will move to the second round of the playoffs. Of course, one of the stories tonight, the health of Juan Tapia, who left after carrying the ball just 6 times in the first half, did not return. Didn't look like he was in bad shape on the sideline, as the Colonels will just take a knee here to end the ball game. Didn't look like he was in bad shape over there, was standing and watching throughout the game, was not on crutches or anything like that, but certainly will be watching his health. The Colonels, though, notch the win, and they survive in advance, and that's what the whole story is.
A good game by Oldham County. I think they executed their game plan. They did exactly what they wanted to do by running the football and getting Sam Young in space, and just a little bit too much for Bryan Station tonight. So hopefully Bryan Station has a little bit easier time getting home than they did getting here.
Stand by. The Foundation's Dentistry postgame show coming up here on the Pegasus Sports Network, and we'll be back. We'll take a look at some of the numbers. Look back at the action from tonight's ball game as Oldham County wins at 60-24. Foundation's postgame show is next here on the Pegasus Sports Network. Hey everyone, I'm Mike Montgomery, and we here at Pegasus Sports would like to give a big thanks to one of our new sponsors, Foundations Family and Implant Dentistry, a full-service dental team who strives to meet the needs of your entire family. They have 2 convenient locations, one on Shelbyville Road in Middletown and the other on Lexington Road in St. Matthews. Check them out online at www.foundationsdentistry.com or give them a call at 502-245-8442. They would like nothing more than to have the opportunity to care for your entire dental needs.
A proud sponsor of the Pegasus Sports Network is Mountjoy Chilton Medley Certified Public Accountants, the largest locally based accounting firm in Kentucky and southern Indiana, offering a full range of accounting, audit, tax planning, and advisory services for businesses and individuals. Employing nearly 120 CPAs, Mountjoy Chilton Medley provides highly specialized services that can help you achieve your personal and business goals. For a complete list of services and more, on the web at mcmcpa.com. Mountjoy Chilton and Medley, 502-749-1900.
A wise man once said, "The secret to happiness is comfortable shoes." Well, I don't know about that, but I do know one thing. I'm a happy man when my feet are feeling good. And that's the idea behind Happy Feet, the world's most comfortable slippers. It's like walking on pillows. Owned and operated right here in Kentucky, Happy Feet has the coolest, the warmest, the most comfortable slippers around. College basketball fans will love the UK and U of L slippers. They look just like sneakers. Animal lovers will adore Animal Feet, a line of cushy slippers that look like every animal you can think of. There's even a dinosaur for the kids. Check them all out now at www.buyhappyfeet.com. That's www.buyhappyfeet.com and give the gift of Happy Feet. Happy Feet. It's like walking on pillows.
C&W Automotives wants to keep you moving toward the finish line with our free 21-point inspection. C&W Automotives has trained technicians providing full-service care for all makes and models. C&W Automotives, 6701 West Highway 22 in Crestwood.
No one wants to spend the season on the sidelines. Whether you're a high school athlete or a weekend warrior, there's always potential for injury. That's why the sports therapy experts at Baptist Health LaGrange and Baptist Health Sports Medicine are standing by to help with injury prevention and treatment. We are also the proud provider of complimentary sports medicine services for all Oldham County high schools. For more information, call 222-0598 or visit BaptistHealthLaGrange.com.
At Kentucky Farm Bureau,
We work as hard to protect your stuff as you work to get it. For almost 75 years, over 478,000 Kentucky families and businesses have trusted Kentucky Farm Bureau to help protect what matters most to them. Whether it's auto, homeowners, farm, commercial, boat, health, or life insurance, Kentucky Farm Bureau has what you need to keep you protected. And here in Oldham County, your Kentucky Farm Bureau representative is Steve Jones. An Oldham County resident for over 20 years, Steve is a well-known figure in the local community where his kids went to high school and played sports, and where he is active in the local high school booster club in his community church. Steve's goal is simple: to provide peace of mind to all his clients. Call Steve today at 241-2833 or visit him in person at 6334 Kentucky Highway 146 in Crestwood. Steve Jones and Kentucky Farm Bureau, the folks to know because you never know.
Hi, this is Paul McCartney on behalf of RAD. If you're drinking, you can't drive my car or any car. And remember, don't drink and drive. It's just not worth it.
A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
When life gets difficult, it's not always easy to be kind. But at CareSource, that's when we're at our very best. Sure, we provide health insurance, but more than that, we make certain through all the twists and turns in your life, you'll always be covered with kindness.
Just let the love sink in.
That's the difference with CareSource, individual and family health insurance.
Well, it was a cold one here tonight in Bugner. Temperature down in the mid to low 20s by the time we came to the end of this one. But it was a big night for Oldham County. Mike Fox moving his team into the second round of the 6A playoffs with a convincing 60-24 victory over the Bryan Station Defenders. And, Joe, this was a Defenders team that made a nice little rally there in that second period when Oldham County looked like they were going to pull away, and they narrowed it all the way down to 21-16. The momentum definitely seemed to be on the far side of the field, and then Oldham County really settled the affair with 2 touchdowns in the final minute.
Yeah, George Roger or Bryan Station gave it everything they had there in the first half to pull within a score. So it was it was a good battle by them. You liked where they were. Right after that touchdown score. But Oldham County moved some momentum uh, very very quickly at the end of that second half with the good touchdown drive and then the ensuing fumble on the kickoff return, which just kills you. It deflates you if you're that fumbling team. And then to give up the quick strike again, man, that was that's heartbreaking for Bryan Station right there. There's no doubt about that.
Well, yeah, and the way it happened, it was one thing to it was one thing to give up that long drive in the final minute. Oldham County with a couple of big plays, a big run by Parker Caudell of 41 yards, and the big pass from Sam Young to Carson Deckard, setting up that score. And that in and of itself kind of seized the momentum back for Oldham County, put them back up by a score of 29-16. But then the fumble on the ensuing kickoff return, and Oldham County with about 7 seconds to play. You figured maybe a couple of plays that did it in one. A 27-yard pass to Carson Deckard, and the Colonels go into the locker room 36-16. And at that point, you really kind of had the feeling that this game probably was settled. That was the feel that this game had about it. But Oldham County just kept the pedal to the metal there in the second half, slowly grinding out a bigger and bigger and bigger lead. You look and they're up. Now suddenly they're up 43 to 16, then 50 to 16. And the lead just keeps growing. And here when you get to the end of it, it's 60 to 24. And one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 different colonels ran the ball tonight, and the last one to carry the ball ends up running for 35 yards on 2 carries and a touchdown.
Yeah, very efficient Oldham County was, which we talked about kind of all game long, and that's really been the season of their year, and really the season of or the kind of motto behind Coach Fox and his era here is just the efficiency they show on offense, and then playing sound defense as well. So that's a winning recipe. I gotta give Bryan Station some credit with the fight that they showed in the game. They never quit, they never gave up. There's multiple times in a game like that where you want to put your head down and you want to crawl in a hole and just run away. But credit to their coaching staff for keeping them in the game, and they were prepared to play with the short warm up time. Kind of started sluggish, but again, we talked about how they battled their way kind of back into that football game. So I think they deserve a lot of credit, and those kids, obviously their year's over, but they deserve some credit for not giving up and not quitting on each other.
Oldham County, strong night on the ground. They were able to exploit some advantages on the ground, and that paid off big time tonight for them. Very productive night on the ground. Juan Tapia, a little concern there, went off the field a little gimpy. Again, just to reiterate what we said earlier, didn't look to be too terribly serious. It wasn't like he was hobbling around with crutches or anything like that. So I think that's encouraging for next week. But did not come back in the game after carrying the ball just 6 times for 12 yards. But more than made up for by other Oldham County players, not the least of which Parker Caudell, who came in 19 carries tonight for a team high 120 yards and a score for the senior. And I hesitate to say the senior running back or the senior quarterback or the senior wide receiver.
Yeah, senior athlete would
senior
be a good
athlete.
tag.
Yeah, there you go. There are a lot of other guys toting the ball tonight a little bit. Tate Kroll, 5 carries for 46 yards. Had 2 carries of 20 yards each. 4 carries for Sam Young for 28 yards. 3 of those 4 carries going for touchdowns. 4 carries tonight for Wilson Tennell. And how about Mark Shupp coming in there at the tail end of the game? Gets 2 carries, goes for 19 yards and 16 yards. That 16-yarder going in for a touchdown. 2 carries for 35 yards. Again, 8 different colonels running the ball 44 times for 259 yards unofficially on the ground. Colonels were no less efficient through the air. Sam Young, a very solid night, 11 of 16, did not throw a pick. Threw 194 yards. He almost threw a pick, but got away with one there maybe. 194 yards, though, 2 touchdowns. Really had a nice touch with the ball tonight, and even some of those incompletions we talked about, 2 of them were just drops, and maybe the cold weather having a little bit to do with that. 5 different colonels catching passes tonight. Tyler Halvey had 3 for 52 yards. Gabe Vance, 3 for 57 yards and a touchdown. Carson Deckard, 3 for 49. He also had a touchdown catch. And then Parker Caudell and Bryce Roche, both with catches tonight. So Oldham County, 194 through the air, 259 on the ground. That's a total of 453 yards in total offense unofficially. You can do a lot of things, Joe, when you can crank out 453 yards.
Yeah, it's a great night of offensive football. When you run the ball, you throw the ball really well. That helps your efficiency percentage there. When you try to play the numbers on whether you think it's run or pass, and you run the ball that effectively with that many kids, there's not a whole lot of true reads there on when it's going to happen. So, good night offensively for Oldham County. The stats for Bryan Station, not a whole lot changed there in the second half. They had really one good drive where they kind of added to the stat sheet. Their running back, their Bond at 10 carries, 70 yards and a touchdown. Really thought after a big first half, Oldham County did a good job slowing him down in the second half, and keeping him bottled up. Still popped a few runs there every now and then, but didn't rack up the yards like maybe we thought he was going to with the first half he had. Quarterback Mulder, solid game after an early interception. Battled back and threw the ball fairly well, 6 for 15, 120 and a score. So he connected several times with his favorite target on the night, which was Tony Davis, 5 catches, 62 yards and a touchdown. So again, like you said, a lot to build on there for Bryan Station with several sophomores leading them in touches and their playmaking ability on the night. So there's going to be some positives for them moving forward. Good off season. Get in the weight room. That's where you want to kind of build the core of your team. So you really hope those young guys kind of take hold of the weight room and just run your program this off season for you.
So Oldham County again survives and advances, a 60-24 win for the Colonels. Win number 7 on the season. We do know now who the opponent is going to be. George Rogers Clark defeating Madison Central tonight, 35-20. So Oldham County next week will go on the road to Winchester for the second round. The winner of that game will be the district champions. Again, under the new playoff format. Some other scores just to catch you up here. South Oldham, a big winner in Crestwood tonight as they pull away there in the second half to win 43-6 over Atherton. In just some other scores involving local schools, Eminence over Frankfort, 34-14. KCD, big win over Berea tonight, 50-0. And Christian Academy of Louisville, a good win over Mercer County. That's a good, solid Mercer County program. They beat them 34-14 tonight. That is going to wrap things up here from Buckner here tonight. Joe, it was a pleasure working with you, sir.
Yeah,
really
fun.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah, appreciate the invite. Hopefully, I won't be able to do too many of these games for you in the future, but had fun doing it tonight. Appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you being here. That's, like I said, going to wrap things up here tonight. We're glad you were able to join us. Oldham County again, 60-24 over Bryan Station. For our cameraman, Sean Montgomery, and my partner in crime up here in the booth, Joe Gamsky, I'm Mike Montgomery. Good night from Belfield in Buckner, Kentucky. Yeah. Coach, y'all did good. Is Juan okay? Or should I ask that question? Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, just, yeah, 35-20 GRC. Got to go on the road. Now, hey.